All right, so we are live for the next session of group number 4 here. And we are going to go for a recap and get some information. Obviously, so a lot of combat happened last session as you traversed into a dungeon, into this odd mining house. And from there, kind of had a back wall that was false. You could go through it. There was some sort of hidden secret entrance. You met inside of this cavern numerous amounts of these robed and somewhat armored figures. They had studded leather on, really short swords. They didn't seem to be skilled in combat. They had magic, but very minor magic. And they were not very great with the blade, so to speak. They charged forward. Some of them had confidence. Others, they surrendered or ran. You all went through that cavern and found a new member of the party. Was tied up, was able to get rid of the bindings there, and then participate in combat alongside of you, helping you, named Gilga. As we traversed into a sub-level of the dungeon, you observed a rather peculiar altar that gave some hints towards a very evil nature to this area. And from there, you went into, I believe, trying to talk with... I'm trying to remember the progression of going through the area because we had a lot of combat. But I think that we didn't end up fighting any of the figures really in the dining hall because you rolled successfully. Yeah, I think you fought 2 or 3 based on persuasion of these people. It became apparent through the persuasion and talking with them that they were simply miners, folk from Harrock that were promised something better, a better life, gold, riches. They said that they, just raid some caravans up in the pass. It'll be fine. Turns out, not so fine. As the master, as they referred to the Duke as the master, was pulling Elise by bindings into this area. You went down another level from that dining hall kind of altar area. Some of the rooms were as well. And you came into kind of a short hallway corridor. And you fought one of these interesting warlocks with burned and marred flesh and vicious teeth and a long tongue. Was able to summon demons from rifts on the ground. You vanquished this foe. You fought 2 additional ones. And then we had the big, giant room that you're currently in, where the Duke was standing there upon the altar, seemingly moving hands about, summoning something, at least bound to the railing of the stairs, was struggling against these bindings. More of these figures were in the room that you fought before, these warlocks. And we had long combat that almost ended up with the party dying! As the Duke summoned a hideous, tall, large, 13-foot tall beast with horns and wielding a crude and jagged greatsword. It roared into the air, running around, fighting. The Duke lost control once point in time, which was not uncommon as one of the other warlocks lost control of its creation and was ate by it. But unfortunately, the creature was, this large horn creature, the 13-foot tall, was defeated by you all. You were able to kind of conquer this. Now, Elise kind of loosened the bindings at one point, was able to break free of them, and actually slowed down the summoning of this beast. Seemed to have some power, magic, that was able to, in relation of what the Duke had, and was slowing it down, was fighting the concentrations the Duke had upon it. But again, failed in that. Eventually summoned, and the Duke turned around to the altar, to this large backdropping upon the wall, reaching up to the maximum height of the ceiling, was this kind of a mirror-esque tapestry that was shimmering in this energies that flowed downwards. And the more the Duke was concentrating on it, the more power was infused to it, and the more you could visibly see something else on the other side. This dark, demonic place, large cathedral or citadel of some kind in the backdrop. It was not good. Now, even after the Duke's death, it seems as though the summoning was continuing to happen. The blood of the Duke bleeding profusely as he slumped over, falling off the slight staircase there. Elise was up to the task. Some presence emerged from her body. Fiend of some kind, shadowy, ghostly figure of its former self. It sucked the light from the room as it kind of warped back and forth and went into this mirror-like object, shattering it into a splintering of miniature pieces of glass like sand. Elise dead, summoning spell stopped. Come to the party now. You all are there. Many of you very, very wounded. I do believe that we did have stabilizations that occurred, so there is no further of death saving throws. And at this stage, you all are wondering, what do we do next? Do we rest? Do we press on? But before you can make that decision, you hear voices coming from the north and south of the room, from iron-barred gates. I'm going to go ahead and open them just so you can actually see what's inside. They are indeed still closed. They appear to be miners, common folk from Iraq, trapped in small cells. Is it over? I'm going to go ahead and unpause it.
How did you get in there?
Oh, we were taken. Oh, one of them speaks. I was running a trader. My wagon. We were overtaken, and I was blindfolded and gagged, knocked unconscious for most of the way.
So, the Duke, who was for sure evil, hired us to figure out why we now know he was jumping his own wagons. That's fun. It's good now. You can come out.
Well, they're still locked. They're still locked within their iron barred gates. I just open the door so you can see through them.
Oh no, you're okay. I'm gonna go starry form. So the star tattoos on my body begin to glow, and I turn into starlight. I am going to go chalice form, and I'm gonna cast healing word on. Let's see, in that form, I can heal 2 people. Right?
Okay.
Isn't that what that means?
I will go ahead and remove Cody's character because Cody is not here. So we can go ahead and have him off the board. So you do have Paz and new compatriot Gilgan.
Okay, this dead gentleman here, he's a bad guy.
That's the Duke. He's dead.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna worry about him then. So the other two members of the party here, I will cast healing word at 3rd level.
Okay.
No. Let's see. Oops.
Thank goodness, because we almost lost Paz and then promptly almost lost Varys. And
Paz is still dying.
Our new friend is a little touch and go. Shh, it's okay, Paz.
So Paz and then Bilga gets 7 points of healing.
Okay.
At 3rd level?
Mm-hmm.
That's a low roll.
That's
Well, hold on. Yeah, I rolled a 3. Well, it's a 1d4. Wait.
You should be
At
rolling.
3rd level should be
3d4. So go ahead and give me a couple more rolls just manually if you can. You can go ahead and click the small little triangle dice at the bottom right, and then press into the chat box and hit enter, and it should roll additional more dice.
Paz, it's okay. Naya has the stars. You're gonna be okay.
4.
One more, right?
Yeah.
3d4 it was? Okay.
Okay. It's 2, 4.
Thank God.
There you go.
Okay, and then I will see that my bestie is also very hurt. Who looks the worst out of the 2 of them? I guess.
That's just the worst.
Okay.
I got you, Paz. Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna roll this manually. It's 3d4, right?
I didn't really click that. Sorry.
So 8, 10. 10 for Naya and Paz.
So you took the chalice form, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So the chalice form allows you to, when you use a spell that restores hit points, you actually get to target any creature within 30 feet and apply 1d8 plus wisdom modifier healing.
Okay.
So if you're using...
So anyone in 30 feet of me?
Yeah. So you use two, are you using 2 healing words then? Upcasting?
Yeah.
Okay. And then
Yeah,
so
I'll
that gives
use...
you 2d8, like 2d8 plus both wisdom modifiers to give healing as well.
So numbers are not my thing.
Go ahead, and who do you want to heal next?
I would like to heal everyone. If I can
Okay.
heal everyone in 30 feet of me, I'd like to heal everybody, even if they don't need it.
Who are you
Yeah.
casting the spell on?
Everyone. I don't know.
Duke is
I thought I
dead.
could
The
do
Duke
two
is
people.
dead.
Go ahead and roll 2d8 for me.
So, dead? No, thank you. Alive or mostly alive? Pass. Fair game.
I'll take
A little alive.
So 8. So
8.
you can give a total of 4, 4, 8, and then wisdom modifier 4, 4. So that's 8 plus 8, so 16. So you have 16 HP to give to one person, or you can do 8 and 8. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So who are we healing? Paz or Gilgo or?
I'm going to heal Paz
Okay.
because he was almost dead.
So Paz, how much health do you need?
As much as you want to give.
All
He's
right.
I'll just take say, like 8 of that. So
Okay, so you
can
take
heal
half
someone
of
else
that.
for 8.
All right. So
Yeah.
someone else can have 8. So Naira, Gilga, who wants it?
I mean,
No worries on me.
I mean, I'd always take it, but I also would understand if we just kept working on Pass.
I mean, was that just one casting of healing word? Because I have 2.
So you casted it twice, correct? Is the way I interpreted it. Okay. So if you cast twice healing word, you get to use your chalice twice. So if you want to cast another healing spell, and you get that additional 1d8 plus wisdom. So it's you can keep just healing if you want to pump out,
I'm good.
all your spell slots if that's really what you want.
That is okay.
let's save some for now.
I think
Okay.
I think they're okay. I think they're gonna be fine.
We just
Okay.
missed you so much.
I love
Just tears.
I like Marcel, you come in, you're like I don't how am I gonna just like all of a sudden you're like healing
Well,
everybody.
we
Heal
had-
everything.
We
I
had a
didn't do
cleric
anything in
last time I
combat,
played,
but
so
Yeah.
it's true.
I only have healing word. I didn't bring any healy spells.
It's true.
That's fine.
Okay.
It's absolutely fine.
You're okay.
We just missed you.
Gonna go punch the Duke's dead body.
Whoa.
Continue.
Wow. All right. Punch
Yeah,
away.
I'm pro.
This
I'm
girl
pro
person
kicking
still
the dead
scares
body.
me.
I'm pro kicking the dead body.
Wow, everyone's kicking the body, huh?
It was gonna cause an apocalypse, and it monologued. It deserves it.
You injured Pass.
And as
Oh,
they're
that's almost
kicking and
passed.
beating the Duke's body, I'm gonna throw up. Oh, oh.
Just kicking it. Just don't take Paz from us. He's our friend.
It was too much to handle.
And then I'm gonna rifle through his stuff.
All right, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Throw at intelligence, guys.
15. That's actually
Oh.
really great. So you are kind of digging through. You find a pretty exquisite short sword. This looks to be higher quality than a common short sword. You also find in the studded leather actually has like black tipped on the studs and seems to be of fine quality of the leather. On one of the rings is a very one of the fingers is a particular interesting ring that's on there. It does not seem to be a very common ring by nature of it. It's silver with kind of this kind of a greenish gem within it, and slightly glows on the hand of the user here. You also have the Duke's Signet ring. That's just a common, seems to be some family sigil that this Duke has. However, with the investigation of 15, you're able to go through the armor, and inside you find a kind of a hidden pocket within the underside of the armor, and there is an additional ring that's there. This ring is gold with kind of a reddish ruby in the center of it.
I will be fancy, and I'll put that ring on.
Which one?
The one that I found, the one with
The
the
red
ruby in
one.
it that I just found, not the Signet one.
Okay.
The one that I just found.
Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of sneak it on. Said, the Duke has many wonderful things.
We should hold on to them in case they're clues.
All right, so
And then,
you put it on. I want to go ahead and just state right now. So as you see Paz put it on, you see as it almost seems like some sort of invisibility is coming across his hand, upwards of his arm, as if he is going to turn invisible.
so his
Pass on
arm
your
is
body.
invisible now at this point?
It's starting to, but obviously there's something about this ring is causing this effect, and it's just kind of encroaching upon the rest of his body.
Oh, what happened to your arm? Are you okay?
It's eating me.
Oh my god,
Eh,
what'd you do?
Oh, it's still there. Paz's arm's still there.
Paz, I think you're invisible.
Paz is always a master of stealth.
Well, I can still see some, like most of you, so it's not working?
I just like the ring.
Do you feel anything different?
I feel rich. It's got a ruby.
Did you pocket the rest of the stuff?
I did not. None of this is of interest to me.
Can I look at the studded letter fast? Just don't try to beat me like you beat the Duke.
Oh,
I'm just gonna grab it.
But please, he's dead and no longer has uses for it.
Okay, sounded good. Can I inspect the studded leather? Is it you said it was refined, so is there anything special about it?
It again, just looking at it, it seems very pristine. This does not seem like a common piece of stud leather.
I'm gonna grab it and be like, wow, I wonder if I could like change this up, add a launcher to this instead.
And you can have this sword as well, as I'm just gonna kind of flail it.
I'm like, whoa. I can't use swords. I only make them. I don't actually use them.
You're gonna snatch it and be like, dibs.
No. Paz was going to use a short sword.
He said, "Oh, Paz, did you want it? Did you want
No.
the sword?"
Swords are scary. Paz prefers rocks with sticks.
Maybe we should help the people.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that might be a thing.
Yeah, of course.
I cannot unlock doors.
I can, thankfully. And I'm gonna just go over here and unlock this door using my theming tools.
Okay, go for it.
All right.
Respectfully,
Open this bad boy up.
I'd like to search Elise.
Okay. Go and roll investigation check.
The most somber and respectful way.
And then Gilgo, go ahead and roll for your thieves tools.
All right. I wonder how taking things respectfully works.
12. Investigation.
Just me going, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so you begin to rifle through the best as you can Elise possessions here. You're kind of coming across not much. You have her dress, boots. There is a small pouch, but it's been emptied. It's a leather pouch. And you're just going through the best you can in the kind of the belt area, underside of this kind of a belt that's able to kind of tie or put the dress together at the waist. Seems to be a small piece of parchment that is tucked into there. And it does have a slight kind of blood stain upon the actual parchment, like a thumbprint. Gilga, with the 14 of the thief's tools, you're able to unlock that door. And you see this individual is a halfling, female, just kind of looks towards you. Thank you very much. Oh.
I'm gonna back up, be like, if you're like the halfling we know, I don't want to get hurt. All right, I don't want to get punched or kicked or any of that stuff.
I'm not gonna do anything. I just want to go home.
I'm gonna offer her some of my rations.
Oh, thank you. I haven't eaten in 3 days. Oh. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Who are all of you? How did you find your way here?
go over there since. Did I take that parchment, by the way?
Yeah, you can take the parchment, and then Gilga, I'll pass on the 14 to the rest of the checks. It's okay. We don't have to roll through every time with these. As you kind of release them, you have a human female and a male dwarf. They kind of come outwards, both of them just kind of confused and dazed. They come to the center of the chamber here. Even the halfling, and kind of look about each other, just staring off at what has just occurred, very confused and bewildered. Now you're giving rations out to everybody.
Yeah.
Passing around food and everything. They're eating.
I could give one of mine. You don't have to give all your rations away. Do you want, I could give one and instead.
Oh, it's okay.
Sure?
I can make more.
Oh. Okay, food doesn't magically appear, but okay, sure.
Just so you know, there is an entire kitchen covered upstairs with it's like 2 floors, so there's plenty of food for those who need it as well.
Are you sure you want to stay here after killing the Duke, seeing a demon fly out, and some portal to some hell I don't ever want to see again?
Now connected to iPhone.
I don't know what's. I think I'm being taken over by.
We're now connected.
Well, I guess you're getting hacked, everyone.
We're
Good luck.
hacked.
Bye, stream.
No. Apparently, we're really popular now.
On your way out, it's a bit of a trek back to Harak. You might want to swing by that cupboard.
What, me?
No.
Oh,
Our newly freed.
I mean, we can scavenge for food and supplies. Obviously, we'll need warmer clothes on the way up. Back to Harak. I hope I can find my wagon. The male dwarf speaks. I hope so. Listen, you haven't found any others, have you?
Any other prisoners?
Yes.
Or
Is this just it?
We have some scared miners who ran away.
Yeah, we had former employees that came from your town as well, and we mostly encouraged them to leave. Prisoner-wise, I think it's just you that we have found.
Small tear comes across his face.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
He killed them. It was me.
No, listen. If you're specifically referring to prisoners, I am very sorry. You are the only ones we've found and therefore freed. But we'll do a sweep before departing.
Seems he is overcome with Survivor's Guild.
Would you like to kick your captor?
We did kill. He is over there.
I don't want to even stare at whatever that is that happened over there. Munching on the rations that were provided by Naya. Naya, are you reading the note?
Yes. Pull it back out because I don't know what to do in this situation.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and read the note in the first person, then kind of describe some of the maybe more intricate details towards it the best that I possibly can. So this note is not actually written by her. This note seems to be written, and for some reason my mouse cursor has disappeared from my screen. Whoa. What is happening?
That iPhone took it.
That is not good. I can't click on anything. Oh, no. Oh, whoa. It's like completely...
Our worst.
Dude, my mouse cursor is like completely... Oh, wait, it's back. It's come back. Oh,
I see it.
It's like if you love something, you let it go and it comes back. It was meant to be.
Oh, that was weird. I've never had that. Okay, so this is wrote in kind of possessive of a significant other. Now, from the language of the note, it definitely appears to be her father. Dear Elise, I do hope that wherever you go, whatever mission that you're on, and fighting off this new third reckoning, you'll serve Sul Katesh with pride. Our family, being warlocks, have served since the first reckoning. It is our duty to uphold what the reckoning wants to do now, which is stay hidden, shrouded, not do what our former ancestors have done. I hope to meet with this individual, and I will place you in their care. It is your duty to stay hidden until the time is right. I love you forever and ever, dear daughter. Sincerely, your father, Fennin Telmar.
There a return address
There's not.
on that?
There's blood upon this parchment.
We need our. Where's our blood tracking friend when we need? All right. Can I tell anything else from the note? Any kind of. Can I investigate if there's, I don't know, any invisible ink or any kind of coded message there that I probably can't figure out on my own, but could maybe pick up that it's there?
You can make a flat intelligence check if you're trying to look for. It seems like that's appropriate right now. I mean, I would probably say like an investigation check, but it seems like either one I think would be okay. But a flat intelligence check would be more of a broad approach to it.
Okay, we'll see how it goes. About as well as I thought.
Okay.
You ain't smart.
I know.
There doesn't seem to be any sort of encrypted message about this. This seems very genuine and sincere. The language is spelled out. Depending on, you're looking back on how Elise has hidden it, definitely was something that was kept protected and only upon her eyes. So she was the only one able to see it. You're not sure as far as the blood goes and how that got there. That blood is not from Elise.
We're gonna find someone who's better at cracking secret blood messages because.
You want me to try?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna roll. This is straight intelligence, right?
It depends on what you're attempting to do. So, the way that you described it, you are looking for more of a generic, broad, is there anything about this that would suggest this? If you are specifically looking in the blood for an encryption of some kind, that would be an investigation check, as you're investigating that specific thing.
Let me see if there's encryption in the blood, because that sounds like a very warlock thing to do.
Yeah, for sure. Their go-to.
So is it still a straight intelligence check, or is there a skill?
It's a skill, investigation.
All right.
25. As you're going back through the blood, looking at it as best as you can, there does appear to be some sort of message that is wrote within it. It specifically states that if this message is to be read, then I am dead.
This is what I'm talking about. I don't know what I don't know, but I know that there's a lot I don't know. That's all I'm saying.
Well, it looks like her father's dead. I read this note and he died.
Well, it already had blood on it, so she probably got it. She probably got it from Dad and was like, my father is dead.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. That makes more sense than me reading it and he dead.
You read it and it somewhere in the world immediately died, and it was just a blood contract.
It's like, I don't have a high wisdom, so just gotta say, sometimes I just don't know things.
It's just the two of us just knocking clues together. Just hoping to figure it out.
So, who do we report Elise's death to? Do we just leave her here? Just try to find a relative?
I don't know where the warlocks stand on like burial practices, but probably not our finest moment if we just sort of leave her here. But then again, do you really care when you're dead?
I think we would go let Palu know. He seems to be the second most powerful person in the town. He might want to know that he's now the leader.
Can we find the most powerful person and try to find out what's going on?
Well, that's him, and I'm just gonna pick the Duke up by the hair.
That was him for sure. Yeah. Weirdly enough, he did kind of hire us to figure this out, just not like this good.
So am I a criminal now? We just killed the most powerful person.
No, that was definitely a death cult. We're fine. We're in the clear.
I
on this.
didn't kill anything. That was you guys.
Yeah, Paz was on the dying
Paz will
side
not
of
be an
that.
accessory to your murder.
Not the one who punched him to death, even after death.
Okay, well that was like
I can only be charged with defacing a body.
Oh, that was the last one who I shot that shot. I'm the one who killed him. I want to just contemplate the fact I might go to jail.
Gilga, if it's any help, we're a team now, so if they try to take you to jail, it would seem our strategy is probably to just kill them. So
And now we can blackmail you.
you are now part of our team, though. That is friendship for life, no takebacks. We did see you kill that man.
So now that we killed him, I have to kill more people?
We
We have to kill more people, probably. Statistically, looking at thus far, there's a good chance. But maybe not. Maybe we just build cool things and travel.
You know what? I like the building the cool things better.
Yeah, we'll do that. And if
This-
we happen to have to kill people, that will be like secondary to the building cool things and traveling part.
Let's
there
focus
another
on
book in
building
this
new
altar?
things.
Sorry, is
Oh,
there
sorry.
another book on this altar?
Yeah.
There
There
is
is. We were gonna
the
touch it.
one singular book.
I'm gonna climb up and I'm gonna just flip.
Get the
through. Oh,
cabbage. Get the cabbage.
does it
Get the
look like the
cabbage.
one that I have?
It does. Get the cabbage.
Does it look like the one that I have?
It does
It
because I
has
almost
some-
grabbed it.
It has some similarities. Now, this one is as far as how Elise has died and what has happened. There was a focal point to this book, particularly. You're not entirely sure of what Elise has done. You know, if there was some sort of maybe dispel magic that occurred or something about this book. But it does resemble in the language of the other book.
I will take off a couple other leaves of cabbage and pick it up,
Okay.
Better safe than sorry.
and I will fidget things around to try and fit 2 books inside of
Okay.
my knapsack.
Okay.
And I will. I'm gonna just grab the other one just to make sure it's still there, and just put it back down.
Okay.
I'll just strap it up, and
Just
Uh,
cabbage like wrappings.
I'm gonna yoink the signet ring off the Duke, and just kind of meet up. We
Okay.
can go. Paz is tired of being here.
It's like,
Are
okay,
you? Is
does
Paz
anyone wanna
all
carry-
invisible?
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
am I invisible? Am I
Is Paz
completely
all
invisible,
invisible now, or just still one armed?
or am I just like wispy?
It's just the hand. It's not.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not not noticing anything too particular as far as growing or whatever. You have yet to really focus too much upon the actual ring itself, just more about looting and whatnot. So
is your hand going to be okay? That's been you've been missing for a while.
It has a mind of its own. I'm just gonna like pretend it's tugging me towards him.
And I'm going to start running.
Yeah,
I don't want the hand to touch
amused.
me.
Paz is very amused. Oh, the jokes are gonna be plentiful. Now seriously, let's get the hell out. I don't like this place.
I want to ask, are we not going to carry Elise over, give her a proper burial?
Back in my culture, you just kind of chuck the bodies into a pit.
whoa.
I don't see a pit, so
Yeah, we would
We're
have to
not
dig a
just.
pit.
I'm not going to check a body. I'm gonna go and try to lift Elise up. I'm actually going to just make that travel and see if I can at least pick up Elise.
What's your strength?
My strength is an 11, I believe.
At least is light enough you're able to pick her up.
I'm like, oh, all right. I got her. I'm gonna start going. Let's just get out of here.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to
I don't like this place
Naya,
anymore.
as we're making our way out, I'm just like, "Are you okay? I know it's been like a lot since we lost Finn, and now we've just done a lot of near dying. And
Yeah.
also, I know Rufus also almost died, so
Yeah. He did?
you saved him.
Rupert? I
Rupert.
did. Great. Is he at full health?
Yeah, he's in your backpack right now.
Perfect. Okay, that's what I thought. I was just making sure. It's been a lot. I'm understanding why my people don't go out a lot. The death cult has been kind of weird. So yeah, it's been a lot. Are you okay?
Yeah, I think is this a hug? Do we get a hug now? Or do we land on a
I'm
hug?
just gonna wrap my
She
arms around her
she just stays very
wholeheartedly.
still and is like, we hug. And it just wraps. It's like, okay. It's been a lot. It's been a lot of death cults.
Yeah. They're bad.
Yeah, I think they are
I
bad.
think it's only been one.
Like any of us can do math.
Well, one is more than enough. That's all I know. One
One's a
is
lot.
more than I wanted in my entire life.
Hmm.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Okay. So as you make your way out, you go into the kind of crossroads area. You hear a banging against the northern door of the crossroads. You hear the kind of growling of a strange creature behind the door. Oh, so
Oh,
familiar
shoot, I
of what
forgot about her.
what happened. This creature is still alive. It's back behind there.
All right.
I'm gonna look behind.
Oh,
I'm
I have
gonna.
an idea. I have an idea. I'm gonna go run back and grab the Duke's body.
We're
Just
not
start-
opening it.
Just start dragging it over.
What's your
Like a
strength
cat
score?
with fried chicken.
13.
So
So
Naya,
13.
there is a monster in there. It's a little bit cranky. I think he wasn't super happy about, life. Do you
Is
think
he
you can talk
hungry?
to it? Oh, he's
Okay,
probably
I'm
hungry. He's
sure.
only had like one warlock.
Everybody, just run. He'll be fine. I'll just be the last one. Just go. Just leave that door open and close it when I run through.
Um,
Hey, the three
I'm
people
just-
behind us, or do they know? Oh, sorry.
Oh, we should let them out first.
I
Before
just,
we do any of our
I had just assumed
tomfoolery.
they left.
Yeah, I really thought they
Yeah,
left too.
I'm gonna kind of make them invisible here. Invisible. So they're leaving. They were going up the stairs. But they're kind of hanging back. Waiting for you all, right?
No,
make your way.
go. Push. You don't want to be here for this. Go.
It's
They-
more often safer to not be
Some of
with
them
us.
don't. They
You
don't
can-
really know where to go.
Just go up the
Okay.
stairs.
So-
We'll be with you in a moment.
Um,
You guys can leave too.
Helping them guide them a little bit. They're able to go up the stairs and move further ahead.
I'm going to drag the Duke's body in front of the door.
Okay.
Is everybody away? All right, whatever. I'm gonna open the door, and just run. just toss the Duke's body and run.
Okay. So you open the door. Obviously, I would assume Naya, you're not there. But you open the door. As you do, this creature that is kind of oozing this different kind of greenish liquid. She's just kind of evaporating in the air, bouncing up and down on four legs with teeth that are snapping in between it. It looks and kind of begins to waddle. And as you kind of run around the corner past, go and make a stealth roll.
Stealth.
Yeah, I shoved it in there. I booked it.
Where is there it is.
So you see it kind of steps out. Begins to lose interest with your pattering of footsteps. Begins to consume the Duke. So it just picks it up both teeth as it does. Grabs the body. Just continues to gorge on itself, kind of swallowing it whole as it pulls its Duke into its whole entire body.
Shutting the door. All right, we can leave now.
Okay. I'll go ahead and I'm gonna place this probably on world map for now. As you all leave, unless there's anything else you want to do here.
I mean, do we need to restock food wise? I
Yeah,
think
I
Paz
mean,
stocked up a
just-
lot of cabbage, which
we
should
just grab
be-
it on the way out. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can
we
role
can
play
grab it on the way
that
out.
you grab it on the way out. We don't have to be on the map for that. You're grabbing it.
Look, there's both red and green cabbages.
Yeah, I think we promised we'd do one last sweep for other prisoners, but that can be role played too, depending.
Okay.
I remember no such promise, but okay.
It promises a stretch. We said we'll do another sweep on our way out. They were crying. We said we'd give it a quick look see, like a
They're not
fast
in the
walk
dining room
eyeball.
or the cabbage rooms.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll put you back onto the world map here, and then we'll just go through some theater of mind role play as you traverse through, as navigated through the area already. So you make your way up about 50 feet on the staircase as you spiral upwards to the kind of chambers and dining subfloor to this dungeon. You make your way into the kitchen dining hall area, right? And you begin to kind of, as you're making your way through here in a direct straight western shot, you're looking for other activity, right? Is there anybody else here? The people that you talked to that you persuaded are no longer there. They have left. They're not hanging around. The folk that you saved, they're proceeding up the stairs, right? Going to the cavern that you have kind of entered into this dungeon from. And in the dining hall, you don't see any activity. The cooks have left that were there. You are able to go down into that well, that room with the storage room there. Kind of has like a semicircular arched ceiling to it, as it's kind of annexed off of that well and that dining hall and that kitchen. Grabbing food and supplies, it's a plethora. There's cabbages, there's other root vegetables, there's dried meats, there's barrels of ale that are quite large. It definitely looks like a hodgepodge in the sense that these have been taken from a variety of sources, not just a singular source. They also have different markings on them. The crates, the sacks, they actually have stitching of various places that they have come from in the far south. Resembles that of what would be with a trader, or perhaps on a wagon from some caravan that's headed up here. So they are indeed suggesting that they are stolen, not taken, any other means. So you're able, coming through the supplies and trying to gather as much as you can. An equivalent in this area right now, there's an equivalent of 50 rations that you're able to put together.
Nice. So
whoever wants rations is able to take some.
Yeah, I'm gonna add. I don't know how to add rations, and I don't know how to add that short sword, but I'd like to.
Okay.
For both.
Yeah, I don't know how to add like the signet ring and the ring that I took.
Yeah, I'll add that in there for you. So how many rations are you taking?
I'm gonna grab 4 because that'll put me back up at 10.
Okay.
How much was there?
There's a total of 50 rations.
I would like to take a fair amount. I don't know what that would look like, but Naya Goga, are you taking rations?
I mean, we have a cart. Why don't we just take them all and give them away?
Don't these belong to people?
And
No,
to people, they shall be returned.
Did you just put the rations in for me at 10?
So you want 20? You have 10.
Yeah, I think so. Technically, these came from merchants and went through Hirak. I don't think they belong to the people of Hirak, but they did actually. Also, would rations have been? I mean, they would have been sending out what they mined. That would have been their income, wouldn't it have been?
I mean, if we just give them back to people, I feel karmically neutral.
I think we could give it back to the town.
I mean, they're
Like, we'll
just gonna
share
rot.
along the way. I mean,
they're just gonna rot here.
Yeah. There's no point not taking them.
We have a cart
All right.
with a horse.
let's take as much as we can then.
So I took 20, you took 4, so that's 24 out of 50, so there's 26 left.
We're just gonna pile the rest onto a cart.
Okay.
And as we
And I will
will
help.
make our way back.
We gotta,
To
I
Varrock?
mean, yeah, because we're not going anywhere this way. We'll need to head toward the pass. If we want to like leave.
We should also tell the mining company owner that he is now the one in charge.
Yeah, we should probably.
Okay.
We should tell him that Gliga over here, he killed the Duke.
Didn't kill the Duke. Aston, you killed the Duke, okay? Could you just do this for me?
I
Mhm.
will say that Palu probably, in the grand scheme, won't
I
care.
don't think
We'll
anybody
see.
cares.
We'll see. We'll see how hard people care about this. We'll test the waters.
Okay.
We'll just lead with he's dead.
So you're grabbing the rest of the rations and you're stowing them away to take with you. Obviously, you
Mhm.
have horses you've kind of came through here. And then, Gilga, you actually have a horse in a kind of a small wagon. So we can go ahead and put the rations onto that. That's how you originally arrived here. You are able to find that stuff in the actual outside area. There's a hidden kind of shroud with evergreen trees and a small other stable-like structure that was off on the northern side of that abandoned mining house that was hidden, shrouded in kind of bows, like limbs and trees and whatnot, cut, placed for camouflage. It is like 7 o'clock in the afternoon, or evening, I should say, and the journey would put you into the middle of the night to get back to Harrock. So you can
I
go for it.
think we should at least try to sleep. Maybe make a camp, go take some rest before we head out because I'm exhausted. All my tools don't work anymore. I just wanna get a good night's rest.
I mean, I guess.
Mhm.
He did have an awfully long day murdering the Duke.
You did,
Like-
and you did also have an extra busy
I did have a
couple
long
hours
day of
barely
being
dying.
murdered by the Duke.
two-way street, so it's pretty busy. We should maybe do a long rest.
We'll sleep in here before we leave then. I don't want to
think
sleep
so.
outside. It's very cold.
Hey, you can sleep in
Yeah, I will say.
that abandoned mining house instead of the cavern. You can sleep in the cavern too if you wanted to.
Oh, I forgot about that mining house. Yes, there's a mining house on the way. We can sleep there.
Yeah. Less dead bodies, probably preferable. Still keeps the wind out.
Just a little traumatized. I got knocked out over there. That's how I got captured in that mining house.
Well,
That's
I
true,
mean,
that's
you could
true.
either be traumatized where everybody tried to kill you, or traumatized where you got taken.
What? The mining house.
There are again less dead bodies at the mining house.
At
I'm
this
pretty
point,
sure.
it's just which trauma did you really want to deal with?
What do you want to unpack tonight as you go to sleep?
Yeah, what do you want to unload?
Do you want to not sleep for fear of being captured, or not sleep due to fear of being murdered? It's,
So I'm not going to sleep at all. That sounds like the best choice.
Excellent, then you can drive and we'll just sleep in the cart.
Wait, what?
There's the plan.
Let's go and sleep at that mining house. It looked comfier.
So you walk through the cavern and go through that hidden door there, and you're able to shut it, to kind of close off from the cavern. Gather some firewood, probably laying around. Get a fire going in there. Obviously some smoke, but there's ways out of the structure for the smoke to go. And from there you have some warmth in the temperature of the kind of tundra environment that's outside. It's quite cold. You all rest. Having a long rest at this point. I'm going to put it on to the next day. So in the actual... Go for it.
Can I try to read that book again? That I took?
What languages do you speak?
I speak a wonderful mixture of Halfling, Common, and Elvish.
None of this book is any of those languages.
Is this more infernal? Can we look to see what language it is?
I was doing this when you guys went to sleep.
Oh, that's fine. I'm
just
out.
like with like blanket over my head, just kind of like. And then I
Your
realized that I
glowing
can't.
rocks.
Then I realized that I can't see in the dark anyway.
No, but you've got your friendship rocks on your stick.
I
Just
forgot
hold them really
about
close
that.
to the page.
It's like.
Giant book light.
Oh,
Or it's like a giant book glow light. Just like glowing over it.
It's a glow stick. Trying to
Glow
read
stick.
it.
Yeah, it does seem to resemble that of Infernal. Like it is not. It is common in language to the book that you found that was above, in some of the passages. From just reading it though, you're getting a vibe that this is somewhat of a ritual or spell book. So you can get that vibe from it without knowing the language. And then touching it doesn't seem to do any harm to you. So whatever possession or whatever had from the other one above, this one doesn't seem to have that. You're able to take a long rest, and again, you can click that from your character sheets using the little bed dude in the top left.
Oh, that was the one I was trying to read.
Oh,
the one that
above?
was the one that was trying to speak to Gilgo, and he grabbed it.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the one I want to try and read.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you
Try
go
and open up
through,
and
so you go
go through.
through some of the passages that are written in common in these rituals and rites. They're kind of written in a way that they're copies of something else. Imagine that they could be copies of very passages that are in the book that you're reading, and they're just translated into different languages. Common, anyways. And as you're reading it, you're understanding the information that these are rituals designated of sacrifices specifically, and methods of sacrifices, how to achieve the desired goal of winning and earning one's respect for this particular infernal demon that's mentioned as Tana Rook.
to get that in the chat.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
Can I ask a world question real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Alathan is kind of like the main hub, like where the royal family and everything are, correct?
No, Balder.
Balder, okay.
Hmm?
Cool. After I'm just gonna kind of absorb this, I'm just gonna pack it back, stuff it back, and fall asleep.
Okay. So we go ahead and do a long rest. You all wake up undisturbed. 5:30 in the morning. The people that you saved are still there with you. They rested with you. They scavenged for supplies, even weapons and armor. Some of them, different food that they found. Getting ready for the journey ahead to head back to Harak, which is roughly a half-day journey to get back there.
Can we make sure that for the rations we pulled, they're also getting some of that they need to make that journey back?
Yeah.
Even though it seems like they're absolutely hitching it with us.
Yeah, that's totally fine if you share rations and things, yeah. Make sure that they're fed. I mean, obviously waking up in the morning, making breakfast with them and whatnot. All of them are very silent. They don't have much to say. There's not a lot to say, being traumatized in this way and events that have happened. A lot of them just want to get home to wherever they're going. Harak might not even be the home, but it's a home anyways.
So I'm just asking, can I see your all weapons by any chance?
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
You seem to like fiddling with stuff, and I like pointy things that get better at being pointy. So
They'll get better.
Are you impressed by Paz's stick with rocks?
I mean, I'm more intimidated than impressed, but yeah.
It's powered by friendship.
Yes, these rocks have been power. Yes, these rocks are friendship rocks.
If bloodshed is friendship, then yeah, by all means, great.
No, for real. Those are specifically friendship rocks given by friends.
Uh,
I
that
like
doesn't
give you
sound
my
creepy.
long sword and I don't explain it any further. But I'm thrilled.
Okay, and then Naya, do you want to see if I could?
Yeah, oh, yeah. I have a short bow.
Okay, I'm gonna look at three. I can only do two, but I have enhanced weapon, so this gives +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls. And then I have repeating shot, which is magic damage grants +1 attack and damage. And if you have no ammunition, then it'll automatically reduce one piece of magic ammunition whenever you make a range attack with it. So I could upgrade all of the. I could only work with two, so it depends. What do you feel is more valuable?
Don't touch Paz's stick. It's
I'll
already
do-
perfect.
Oh, never mind. And I guess we were just boosting.
Got the long sword, although I don't know how to change it.
I can change it. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. So I'll cast. Yeah, I believe I could do both, right? Just asking DM. After finishing a long rest, I could infuse.
Artificers, yeah. You
Right.
can do up to 3 artificer infusions at this level, right?
I think I'll do two for now. I think
Two.
it's level 5.
Level
Oh, you
5
do
is
level
3.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're
I missed it.
So you're enhancing the longsword of Naira?
Yeah, with enhanced weapon, because that's the only thing I could do. You're not going to shoot with a longbow, or with a longsword. And then I'll do
Yet.
repeating shot for the short bow.
What does it look like? Like, does it look like you're crafting something, or?
Yeah, so I'm gonna just get my hammer. With the short bow, I'm gonna I'm gonna add a little box on like the sort of where the arrow and like at the very center of the bow, and just put it there where you normally hold it. Add a box next to it, so with a little slot on it. So when you put an arrow, when you draw it, it'll create an arrow for you to shoot. So that's repeating shot.
Like
And then for
looking at my
enhanced, and then for enhanced weapon, I'm just going to keep tempering it and just keep smashing it with my little hammer. Just warm up a little forge, blow on it, make sure the embers don't get too hot, and keep hammering it.
Wild to
Look,
watch.
he's doing magic with
It's not
fire.
magic. It's just hard work and a lot of prayers. I am praying that this doesn't break. Okay.
If it makes you feel any better, very funny to watch. And I now have the short sword just in case.
Yeah, so you all, by the way, for identification, long rest is good enough to identify these things. So just an FYI, I do have the long rest kind of thing, especially since we don't have anybody that can really perform an identify spell, and right now,
Yeah.
anyways. So, the
I mean,
short
I have the spell.
you do?
Yeah, I have the spell, and
Okay.
I was going to prepare it. So
Okay, that's fine. So you can identify everything. Then at this point.
That's so exciting because we've honestly just been running through like, let's see. Let's just see if we hit enough things, if we figure out how it works.
I do also want to ask, there was 2 rings on the hand of the Duke and then 1 ring hidden.
well,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think-
Paz picked up all 3, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to...
I'm only wearing the one.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. Because I'm going to drag
Yeah,
those.
Paz took all 3 rings. I took the short sword and Gilga took the armor, I believe.
Okay, so I'm going to go through the identification of these items. That way you can identify and figure them out. And again, long rest constitutes that anyway. So the short sword is a short sword +1. That should be in your inventory. The stud leather is stud leather +1. That is in your inventory to Gilga, and then Naira, obviously short sword. And then the rings. So you obviously have the signet ring. There's no magic with that signet ring. The one that was making your hand invisible is actually referred to as a ring of invisibility, which requires attunement in order for it to completely make you invisible upon when you want it to. And then the other ring is a ring of protection.
Paz, can I hold the ring of protection?
Yes.
I think I put it on my finger.
Yes.
I put it on my finger. I'm like, do I? I'm just like, just hit me. I don't.
Okay.
You are looking fabulous.
So you're giving the ring of protection to Naira?
Yeah.
I'm just putting it on like someone hit me and hit me. I don't.
I don't think you want me to hit you.
Not you.
I'm-
Specifically. Gilga. I'm like, Gilga.
Yeah, I'm going to aim my lightning launcher. It's like, I hope you don't regret this. I'm going to fire one off.
All right, give me a roll.
Yes, of course. Can I roll right now?
I don't think you need to target anything to roll, but if you need to, just roll a d20. You can just add your modifiers to it. That's fine.
18.
18. So the question really here is Naira, are you going to attune to this ring?
I am.
Okay. So in that case,
Tough call.
I just want to make sure in that case it does not hit you. You see as it kind of lands towards the shoulder area and seems some sort of shimmering barrier produces as it kind of collides and glances off.
This is the
Whoa.
coolest thing. This is the coolest thing.
Do you want to try it again?
I mean, a little bit, but I feel like we'll have to rest again the more we do this.
I'm like, it's like, no, we don't have to rest, you know? We can just keep firing until something happens.
Oh, it worked once and I'm so excited, but I'm not convinced it'll just keep working.
Okay, but, well, you know what? While you're doing that, let me give you your longsword. I want to give you the longsword back. You see like a slight blue haze over it, almost as if magic may have been infused into this.
Oh, it's so cool. But this is so cool. Oh, they're both so cool.
And then I'm going to give the short sword back. I'm like, I'm sorry, I had to add metal to this. And I sort of had to like bind them together. So some of the wood is a little singed off. I'm not sure it was a big deal, but it's hard to put wood and metal together and like get it fixed, you know?
Is that the bow?
Yeah, it's about.
Oh, and I will give him some leaves, and a very special branch that I've been holding on to reverently. Thank you. This is for you.
Oh. Okay, that's
And I have a pebble, and I will also give that to you.
Wow, she got a pebble also. Whoa.
Thank you.
this will be great for fuel for my next forge. To light
Oh,
things
good.
up. Yeah.
What's a forge?
It's a thing that creates fire that gets really, really hot and can basically melt metal.
Oh, magic.
It's science with
I
a
understand.
touch of luck. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mhm. Thank you.
Not magic, but thank you.
Okay. It's magic.
I'm just gonna store it in there in my pouch and
It's Rupert comes out. It's magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
Mhm.
Mhm.
All you hear is
Oh.
just like badger chirping. Go.
Exactly. And I'm just gonna like give him some rations and meats and berries and
So
nuts
good.
and all the good stuff.
Thank you so much.
And you see me like talking, but not in English, in a language you probably understand.
just gonna slowly walk back, turn away, turn around, and I'm just gonna be like, what the hell did I get myself into? I might as well just went to prison.
You still
Right.
might. They might try you when we get back to Iraq.
I hear Paz said that, and I'm like, jeez, where were you there? I was by myself.
Never. It's dangerous to go alone.
Always take friends.
I get an ominous feeling when he says it's bad to go alone. I'll be like, Yeah, of course, of course. I won't be alone. All right. You wanna be with me? You wanna hang out? I'll do whatever you want.
Wow. He really is spineless.
We're gonna work on it. He had a moment where he came back. That was really good.
One day.
We're gonna make you brave.
Well, when I don't suddenly when I'm not about to die, maybe one day.
All right, that's gonna be a clause that
Oh,
we're
you're
gonna have.
never going to die. Paz is a master of combat.
Is that a hard and fast deal breaker for you though?
What's a hard and fast deal?
The
Dying.
dying thing, the almost dying thing. Almost
Mm,
dying.
Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
of
there was
course it
one
is.
time. I mean, because there was one time I was choking on like a piece of bread, and we got really lodged in there, and I thought I was gonna die. So death can happen at every corner.
Yeah, any moment.
You sort of see that I quickly start assembling my armor and I start putting it on. And I'm just, it's like I'm not going to die.
I once heard about things that you could just die out of nowhere.
Yeah. Honestly, there's cases of trauma where people went to sleep and their bodies were like, we're done, and they just died in their sleep. Totally healthy. It was just a trauma thing in their brain.
I think this might be not helping.
This is a weird conversation.
It is. I know, you're right.
This
Oh,
one time I fell out of bed and I thought I was gonna die.
Was it a bunk bed?
But you didn't. But you didn't.
You know,
No,
this
Because you're meant
armor,
to be here.
pass is better than death. You are correct.
It's okay, go. You've got us now.
Were you going to say that you like to make some armor for Rupert? I was just going to ask you that. I think we actually are kind of connected. Yeah, no, I was just going to ask you that. Thank you for offering. Do you need his dimensions or?
yes, but armor for
Rupert? Rupert
uh,
Badger? The
Badger.
Badger, not my Badger. The Badger.
It's not.
He's
It's
a
not
very
a-
important.
He's a regular sized badger.
Yeah.
you know, usually I make it for humanoids, so humans, halflings,
Are you saying
dwarves.
Are you saying Rupert isn't a human?
No,
I'm
no,
just going to giggle.
no. It's.
Oh, that is so
well,
terrestrial of you. It is so terrestrial. Rupert, did you
Just-
understand
I'm
what he
just-
just said?
I mean, I don't really want this guy, this person touching me, but I mean, I'm
No,
kind of
he
cool.
won't touch you.
I'm a
I would
person
know
too,
that. Yeah, absolutely. No, I know that's why it's funny, but they don't know that. You can't blame them.
I know. I
for not
don't blame.
knowing.
I don't blame anyone. I just get in
Okay.
my burrows and handle my
Yeah,
business.
but no, we can get you some armor. Would you like that?
That'd be cool.
Okay. Right. So Rupert is a person. Just be sensitive about that.
Okay, Rupert. Now you might need to translate for me. I have no clue what Rupert's saying. Would you like leather? Some chainmail? Anything
no.
that I could make? Like
Um,
metal?
Rupert, leather. Would you like leather armor?
Yeah, I mean, anything works. Yeah. Scale would be good.
Scale? Oh, scale?
We get this
Scale?
badger some scale armor.
Yeah.
I would have thought leather, but he's a brave little guy.
I want to charge the front lines. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well,
Tank.
He has
Tank
led a
badger.
couple different expeditions.
I don't have any metal on me.
Ooh,
That
scary.
or they make the scales for. I just have my studded leather, the old one that I could cut out and make like a makeshift leather armor for you. Would that be okay, Rupert?
Adorable, isn't it?
It's
Climbs onto your
Yeah.
shoulder now and stares deeply in your soul, Gilga.
Is Rupert saying something to me, or is it trying to kill me with its glare?
You need to read the room a little bit better. He's not happy with your slights against him.
Do you know what? I think we need to be more accepting of each other. I'm speaking in Badger. Just as he doesn't understand that you're a person, you don't understand that he doesn't understand. We should really mend the bridge between everything. And then I'll repeat that also in common. So there's no hard feelings here. If you can make the leather, that'd be great. And then that will actually be an olive branch towards friendship.
No, I'll take the leather. It's fine. It's okay. I don't ask
He
for
would
much.
love the leather. Yeah, he actually didn't ask for it at all. It was actually me that asked for it. He's very happy with the leather.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic.
Okay, when we get to town, maybe we could become friends if I offer scale later on. Sounds good.
Okay, sure.
Rupert said yes.
Well, Rupert doesn't speak common necessarily, but I'll ask him. And I ask him.
I mean, I think that'll be fine. Sounds good.
I think this guy's okay.
Yeah.
I think he's got potential.
He's
Okay.
He's pretty good. Good
Yeah,
good
he seems
person.
nice.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
that'll work.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna start scissoring out and just start working on making the leather armor done as we're going.
Okay.
Thank you.
How good of a quality of armor can he make while we're moving in a cart?
Give me a roll.
Do I roll the
Alright.
leatherwork tools?
Yes, you can roll
Good.
other work tools that it should
Gonna
relate.
throw you under this bus.
I believe in you, and I will touch your shoulder and cast guidance on you.
Oh, you get a D4.
Oh, you're gonna help him succeed.
Yeah.
So
Yay.
nice.
Mhm.
Oh. Ooh, that's rough. Roll the D4.
Oh.
Oh man. 7. I mean, it's a badger. You're making leather armor for a badger. It it's not looking too great.
It's like, wait, was I supposed to cut a hole for his tail? Oh God,
Well,
is this too long?
you could maybe just keep the tail out of the back where he's completely free in that area. That seems to me like it would be the best.
Yeah, let me just see. Oop. Oh shoot, I cut that too short. And it barely covers his chest now. How does this go? And you see like this makeshift, like it looks like football pads instead of actual armor. And you just sort of see like the top part here is covered only, and you see some pauldrons that are a little bit too big.
What's the AC for mid-trip leather armor?
Did you make him a corset?
-3.
Did you make Rupert a corset?
It's not a corset per se. I want to be honest. I have no clue what this is.
It
You know what?
looks more like a
Beautiful.
vest.
It's beautiful.
I
You
would
did a
say
great
a
job.
vest. I think a vest is a lot. There's a lot more clothes in a vest than what I just made. It's really short.
I mean, I don't think we can be rude. Not accept.
Yeah. Right. I have to tell him it looks great, right?
I'm gonna tell you, yeah, it looks great, and I mean, I'm not gonna wear it. Don't tell him that though.
Yeah, Rupert says it looks great, and he is going to just keep it. And he actually snuggles in my at the hood of my cloak a lot, so he would love to take it. And thank you,
Hey, sounds good. Here you go.
thank you so much.
See two
Okay,
little badger
buddy.
paws like come out and grab it.
This is gonna be the sweater your grandma knits
This
you,
is
and then
great.
asks why you don't wear it when you go and see her.
Exactly.
This is my fault. I did this, Rupert. I put you in an awkward position.
I mean, it's fine. I wanted to really see what
Oh,
this person
yeah.
could do for me, but clearly they're. I mean, it might have been a bad day. It's cold out here.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
it's hard
Yeah.
time. I mean, person was
Yeah.
prisoner.
You can like
so-
put it in your nest back there. Maybe it'll be
yeah,
comfortable.
Get
Yeah,
home.
yeah.
Keep a barrel. Sounds good.
He loves it.
All
He
right.
loves it.
All right.
Loves it. Thank you.
So we get on horseback, we get our stuff, and we head north,
Mhm.
headed back for the mining town of Harak. It takes about half day, so you get there right around 12:30 as far as the travel time getting to Harak. I'm going to go and activate the town map here and remove some of the drawings that I put down. Now, the town of Harak, I'll give a brief description. I don't think, Nathan, I don't think I gave a description of this town for you. So I'll make it quite brief. So it is the only other established settlement in the Frosthorn. And this particular place is known for its mining of iron through the Rock Mining Company, which is operated and owned by a gnome named Pelu Riza. Now, there was once a duke who was kind of self-proclaimed and appointed by the Lord Thalenfalor in the city of Othema to help kind of expedite and oversee the operation as more iron needed to be harvested or mined for making weapons and armor for a war to the far south. This was brought down to by a royal decree, so directly from the Talthars. So now the mine operates 24/7, day and night. This small town is nestled within the outside of the Frosthorn Mountains, as it's, I would say, kind of between northern and southern, but it's mainly on like a bluff that extends for the Frosthorn Bay. Now, having the kind of northern mountains, the southern mountains, and having the bluff there, it kind of has a natural protection from the harsh winds and the cold spits that come out of the valley. A large area that's just free as this tundra is able to push. So it has some protection to it. So it's slightly warmer than the valley, and it has less snow that it gets. Still, though, it's kind of has a permafrost, rocky kind of texture to the ground as you move. The roads are not cobbled. They're just kind of rocks that have been placed together, and then snow drops and falls all the time on them. And it's always compacted and pushed about. The main structures that are in is the Frosty Hill Tavern. This being a kind of a large single-story structure, it has a few rooms in it, but it is the only tavern that is known. So miners frequent this place, coming all the time. Now, the party is familiar with Frosty Hill Tavern, as well as the tavern keeper and owner, Barlow Grick, which I'm sure you'll get to meet. The other structure, obviously, the Duke's Manor, which is a 2-story, elaborate, beautiful, rock-walled and interplaned wood building. The majority of the buildings, though, as far as the structures, I should say, are these stone hovels. They're kind of these circular, kind of rock-walled, kind of built-up stone structures that have straw or wooden thatched roofs, and they are crude, and they're just scattered about all over the place. There's no windows in any of the buildings besides the manor, and these stone hovels would be able to accommodate a family size of 4, right, with a very kind of mediocre kitchen, maybe some pipe work to be able to kind of ventilate, some extra work to ventilate the smoke out. But it's communal living in these areas. I would say it's poverty, right? That's you're kind of noticing as you're coming into town. Right? There's definitely a sense of poverty to this place. The market area that sits at the center has a slight rock wall that goes around it, and it encompasses many different wagons, as well as a blacksmith that operates underneath a canopy with a smelter, forge, kiln, anvil. They do not make weapons and armor. Seems that they make materials for repairing the wagons, reinforcing the wheels, as well as repairing the tools for the mine. Someone just that was a really loud noise. So it's not something that you can just go there and buy like a weapon or something. But they could potentially make something. Who knows? Now, many of the traders, at this point, being September 18th, many of the traders are finishing selling their goods, and they are going to be headed through the pass before it closes, as it's 2 seasons in the Frosthorn. You have a winter, and you have a summer. That's it. There's not really a transition period. So when winter hits, it's going to close the pass. In addition to that, they're fearing monsters and other creatures, right? They become more active when harsh conditions arrive. With all that said, you all stride in to the town coming from the southern side. You know that there was this murder that occurred with Rupert's kind of master, if you will. And from there, you made your way into the Duke's Manor and did more investigating, right? You were trying to piece this together. And that is why you headed south. That is why you went to this area in search of answers. You came back with Elise's body. I imagine you put it within your small wagon that you have, as well as the food and the prisoners, so the people who have survived the ordeal. Coming into the area, being at kind of midday, the town itself is very quiet. There's not a lot of things happening. However, the people that you do encounter that are on the sides of the roads or the pathways that are kind of hanging out, enjoying lunch and certain rations, are rather quiet in the sense that they're whispering and keeping to themselves as you pass by. You figured at this point, whatever has happened in the hovels, as well as the investigation of the manor, has spread throughout the town. They're talking about it and whispering. And as you kind of walk by, they do know that you are involved in that somehow, being that you did investigate the manor did investigate the matter going into the manor. Um, just depends on where you all want to go from here, what you all want to do.
I believe we should first go to see Palu Rise. Let him know. that
Riza.
he- Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey. That we should let him know that he is probably now the de facto most powerful person in the city.
Yeah. Although it's not saying that much. I also want to make my way or our way to the tavern to check in over there as well.
Okay.
But probably point of order, we should check in with the new head honcho to be.
And we should probably not tell him exactly the details of how he became the de facto most powerful person in the world, especially leaving me out of the
Definitely not the world.
situation
For sure not the world.
or the town.
I'm pretty sure he's aware of what needs to happen. It has been foretold that you will come.
Hopefully,
But
it's
we
not
You will have
foretold that
polite
I would
friendly.
do it.
No, it says in the book you.
No,
Specifically you.
oh, this is why I hate magic sometimes. Just, this is why I build things. I don't just produce things out of thin air. That's not good. Not good. I might go to jail.
Well, if you do, I'm sure we'll all be very sad.
I know. I made such great weapons for you, or I upgraded your weapons.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
We will be sure to bring that up at the sentencing.
I'm going to go ahead and put you all onto the tavern map, given that that's going to be the first destination, first stop as you come into town. I'm going to go and activate that. So it should pull you all in.
All right. How's it looking?
The tavern?
Yeah, considering the whole dragon thing.
Yeah, so many of the rubble and the different things have been kind of stockpiled, pushed to the corners of the eastern side of the actual tavern. Barlow is currently there's a few patrons in here, about 3 or 4. Currently is navigating through getting the spit put up, getting a kind of a mountain goat trimmed and cleaned, and getting that on the spit, making dinner, getting prepared for that, as well as serving these patrons. Knows as you all walk in. Oh, well, welcome, all of you. Uh, how can I help you? You've come back.
We just want to reiterate that we don't think the dragon thing was our fault, but we are still very sorry that it happened and still very committed to making sure you're okay. We know that was pretty devastating.
I mean, it was, and obviously, it's my baby. I understand it's not your fault. It seems like, now that I've thought about it and processed what has happened, it doesn't seem like anything that you all could really be involved with. Anyways, I suppose drinks. You all want some ale, Barlow special?
Yes, although we may need to circle back for it because we do have to talk to a certain mining boss about his imminent promotion.
Oh, promotion. What do you mean? I heard there was rumors, there was things happening, but I've been busy cleaning up.
It's valid. It was a mess
What
when we left.
rumors have you heard?
All I've heard is that there's been disappearance over at the manor. that they're trying to find people. I didn't get specifics more than that.
Oh, that is terrifying. We didn't know about that.
Roll deception.
We left in pursuit. No clue though.
Wow. Jeez.
I seriously thought I was gonna be a 1.
It's
I
getting
was.
there.
It's just gonna be
I was
a
waiting for it
negative.
to be a one.
Yeah, I suppose you were all had business in the market area, maybe, or something. Obviously, Palo Riza, you've got in touch with him quite often, so this all makes sense. Yes. Well, anyways, investigation. They're still trying to figure out the matter.
I thought it was the Duke that was missing. I'm gonna say to pass. Right?
It's just not.
But
I
we
think
know
the
what
less
happened
we
to
say,
him.
the
this-
better.
This is the first I'm hearing about anything.
Did you say that Pelu was missing, or just that we had been working with Pelu?
No, that you have been working with Pelu. I
that's
figured
fine.
you
Yeah.
weren't in the town. Maybe you were up by the mine or somewhere else. You all seem to be, you get around, if you will.
Dungeon with a death cult.
What?
Nasty business.
Oh,
I don't.
what was
Yeah.
that? What'd you say?
Yeah. No, I mean,
We've
right?
we've been
No,
currently
you heard her wrong. I'm sure.
we've we've been trying to figure out who has been attacking the caravans because it's dreadful, and it's obviously been
Deathly
harmful for the
dreadful.
town.
That's what I meant.
Prisoners are here as well, so they're
We
Remain
found
We
silent.
them.
bring more.
Right.
We bring more customers to your
I'm
establishment.
gonna play my flute. Play my flute.
death cult investigating caravans. It's business. I feel like you all being here, the longer you stay, the more crazy things seem to happen. It's my beautiful
it's-
small mining town has turned into something quite insane.
Makes
I
me.
I can't
Fair.
say. I mean, you've been one of my most profitable customers, but maybe it was a curse
Yeah.
to have you all here. Oh gosh.
It is very sad that you have soured to us, considering the fact
I
that
think
we.
the death cult was here before we were here.
Slaps down a
Yeah.
small keg of Barlow's special and a few mugs for y'all, as well as the prisoners. A couple loaves of bread upon the counter. I have to go to the kitchen now and just feed yourselves. Shuts the door.
This sucks because it is not our fault there was a death cult here led by their boss. We didn't plan to
Definitely.
crash and have to
Yeah.
crash here, so to speak.
Maybe if we stop mentioning a death cult, people will stop feeling weird about there being
It's
a
true.
death
People
cult.
don't like death cults. We certainly did not enjoy it.
I mean,
But
Paz
wouldn't they
kinda
like
likes
that
death
we
cult.
stopped the death cult? Wouldn't that
Yes,
be a good
and
thing?
because then they're still associating us with the death cult existing, it would seem. Which is a little small minded, but
It is a bit ignorant.
Maybe we're not explaining it well. I don't think we're the greatest at communication.
that's the first I've heard that. So
Oh,
it is possible. Goga,
well,
do you think we're bad at communicating?
I'm just gonna go and eat some food. I am famished.
see? No response.
Yeah,
This
it's not
is
a
what I
good
mean.
sign. It's not a good sign. It was
Yeah,
bad.
no.
Well, he's pretty
Listen,
weird.
myself included. Obviously, I have no idea what's going on. But I'm glad to be here, though.
I do think glad to be here is our overarching
Yeah.
statement. Well,
I'll play
okay.
my flute again.
If we're not getting if we're not welcome here, maybe we ought to conclude our business with Pelu and be on our way. There's certainly a larger I don't think our plan once we managed
But-
to get out of the shipwreck situation was to stay here.
Shouldn't we offer him the supplies we brought? Maybe that would make him happy.
We can. I mean, most of the supplies we brought are food, and I think his goal is more on the building side of things, but can offer it as an apology for existing. which is
No, it's not our prerogative to apologize for existence. It's his prerogative to apologize for not accepting us and recognizing our existence.
I feel like Varys would be very important in this conversation. Maybe we should shelf this until we have him. He knows a lot about the world.
Oh, you mean die at my feet, Ferris?
Hey, the love was there. It was beautiful.
Anyway, yes, we should go see Palu. He is.
Right.
I don't want to be here. It's very cold.
It's not as good as keeping out the wind right now. Can we?
Also, there's a giant hole in here, and it's pretty scary.
Yeah, Gilgo, we saw a dragon.
Dragon.
Before he even did the death cult. Fun fact for you: dragon. But
Oh God.
Then it
I-
decided that there was a spooky rock and left. No explanation. Some common language though.
Oh,
Very
okay.
weird. Very
So
weird.
a death cult and a dragon. Should I just leave right now? Just book it? Yeah, I give
Right.
you your tools. I think that's more than fair share saving my life.
Right? Do you see
Dragon
what I
is a
mean?
line.
Everyone thinks it's us. Why do they keep thinking it's us?
Because we need to show them that we are here to help them. We have not done that yet. But we brought all of these supplies. When we give them to the people, they'll see that we are here on their behalf.
Okay, let's try that.
Yes.
We hand out food to the hungry.
So you're just gonna
Yes.
walk around the town handing out food?
No, I do think that it would probably be in poor taste to give food for free in a tavern where he's trying to sell food. I think that will backfire.
We'll just taco truck it up, just pull him
No.
to a spot and hand out meals.
We should humble ourselves and allow Pelu to do it, but we should be there when it happens.
Right.
If he's the new leader of the town, it'll generate goodwill. This is what we do in my tribe. Yes. The elder soul provides for the people, and the people love the elder soul.
I've got some questions about that. Seems a little, but let's go to Pelu.
Yes,
Yeah.
the leader, he provided us food as well. We
I'll
all
ask one
loved him.
away.
See?
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Let's head over.
All right. So I'll give a description again as we make our way as best as I can. So many pages. Okay. So a large quarry kind of resides to the northwest with dugout, currently mined cliffs. The mine entrance sits on top of the quarry, slightly recessed, and then there's miners that go in and out with carts, wheelbarrows carrying ore. There is a track that kind of runs as well through the actual central part of the mine itself. There is a large area that sits kind of nearby the actual. Wow, my mouse cursor disappeared again. That's so weird. There's actually a large kind of area that sits on the opposite side of the Harak Mining Company kind of field house, if you will. This two-story stone structure with a 3-foot foundation. Stone staircase leads up to this door that marks the entrance. Now, there's not really any cobbled road or anything. It's just snow-impacted dirt and rock path or road. So this area that's on the opposite side of the Harak Mining Company field house is littered with supplies and mining related. There's a central area filled with tables and chairs and large canopies overhead to keep away the snow and fire pits for cooking. So this is where you imagine that the miners go for lunch if they're still on shift, they're still working. Centered around the area on the outside of the pathway, in again marking almost like a pole around. If you had imagine carts, is actually wagons, some tents that for people that are getting away and resting, laying down. There's also winches or cranes, if you will, so to remove large things of supplies or large objects into these wagons without having to manually do it. That's what's about on the opposite side of the field house. Now, the actual structure itself, this two-story structure, isn't completely stone. It does have a kind of a wooden rooftop to it with this kind of flat clay tiling. that is there. There is also a sign that sits nearby the entrance that kind of extends outwards a few feet that states Harak Mining Company. The door is right now shut, and there doesn't appear to be many figures that are outside of the field house. All of those miners that are currently on lunch at this present time are in that area on the opposite side. You're cheering, shouting. Different people are gambling, having fun. They're enjoying themselves and taking a good, decent break. So that's what you all come into. I'm also going to play. Let's see here. Play Mountain Village. Why not? Play some music. So you stride up. You do have your horses as well as your small wagon. I don't think you would want to leave Elise's body just laying anywhere. So you still have that as you are making your way to the Rock Mining Company. This on horseback is only about 15-minute journey from the actual town. So you're moving kind of upwards in elevation, headed kind of towards the actual northern Frostworm Mountains. You are muted.
Probably second to talking to Pelu, we ought to figure out a whole funeral situation. Or at least it's cold, but it's not. She probably lay her to rest, right, guys?
That will be up to Pelu.
Ah, okay.
As I said, we just threw bodies into a pit.
That's fair.
I don't feel like digging a pit in this cold.
We're not going to dump her in a pit. We're not going to do that.
Well, there you go. Gilligan has decided he'll handle everything.
No, that's not what I... Okay.
Wow, it's so nice of you.
I guess I'm handling it.
It's really cool
That's
to see you
great.
take charge, considering the fact that you're nervous by nature and you've never spoken to this person before.
It's truly wonderful what a caring person you are.
Yeah, just
I'll
avoid
help
the right hook. Just avoid that, and you'll be fine.
Thank you, Naya. See,
You're welcome.
it's a collective group effort. That's what I was
What are we
looking
doing?
for. We're going to have a funeral, which is we bury someone, we say our piece, we help them go to the afterlife.
Yes,
know?
sure. We do that as well, my people.
Yeah. And we could take all of our cultures and mesh it together and give Elise the best welcoming to the afterlife as possible, right?
Beautiful.
I don't believe Elise knew the leader.
Oh, okay.
He
Yeah, I
doesn't
could be
accept
wrong, but
those- He doesn't accept those who he does not choose.
Okay, so except for that afterlife, everyone else, we'll make sure they welcome with open arms. Right?
My culture feels disrespected.
Yeah, that was maybe not the best way to approach different cultures. Gilga, we'll work on it.
Okay. Okay. I'm not sure what Elise followed, so I don't know exactly how we can hold his funeral.
It would seem to
Okay.
be death in some variation. Death does seem to be the vibe.
Okay. I just don't know, so I just wanted to open it up. You
It
know?
seems like the Duke was like apocalypse death, and then she was more on the secretive death side. But death seems to be consistent. Death and shadows.
So
And
how
spooky
would we
books.
have a secretive death funeral? Will we just put like a cloak over her? Like just sort of hide the grave and hope no one ever sees it? Is that how we respect Elise?
Can anyone do a sending spell we can send to someone randomly that says, if you're reading this, I'm dead?
What if we dug a pit, right? And then we threw her into it.
What's up with you and pits? I gotta be honest, Pass. Pits
That
you
is how
see,
we handled our dead.
You know,
but you don't want oh, sorry.
it's organic. I mean, they go back to the earth.
And then,
Exactly.
then once a week, you purge the bodies with fire.
Oh, I see. They're not covered. Gotcha.
I can't right now. Cal, you're talking about you throw bodies in a pit and then you burn them on top of it, like because it gets too full. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
From an
you-
awful
you-
cult.
That's
you
A
so
terrible,
bacteria
horrible.
awful
away.
cult. That's meta.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so observing funeral rites, obviously, you don't really know what the funeral rites are here in particular, right? Obviously, her
Yeah.
personal funeral rites. But regardless
She's
of
had a
that,
good grub here.
yeah, regardless of that, you are here at the field house. You are at this
Time
point.
flies.
Do we go in?
Time flies. Yes, we do go in.
To Harak, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we go in.
Okay, so going into this place, you see is a, as you kind of come up to the door itself is unlocked. You're able to turn the handle and open this, and then inside you see a circular fireplace that is fueled by odd obsidian rocks and resides in the center of the decent-sized room. There's no chimney, as these rocks do not give off smoke. Several shelves sit about along the north and eastern walls with books and scrolls. These scrolls are maps. A large wooden desk with many drawers postures on the eastern side of the building. This desk has had its legs intentionally removed, thus lowering the entire piece and slamming it down on the stone tiling. Behind the desk are a matching wardrobe and cupboard. A rectangular wooden table sits in the opposite corner with a large map of the mine. Nearby this corner is a small kitchenette for preparing quick meals and storing drink. The second floor contains a common bathing area, bathroom, bedroom for Palu. So it's kind of almost like a landing area for staying and sleeping, which is where Palu actually lives. Decent accommodations, considering you could live in town, which you construct a building, but kind of showcases Palu's commitment to the mining operation, right? Always being here available. You hear pitter-patter of steps as they come down the actual stairs. It is indeed Palu who is showcasing himself. Now, Palu is a male gnome with pale white skin, blue-green eyes, has this long raven black hair that kind of goes down a little bit to the mid-neck with fierce features, wears a thick black fur robe over a white cloth tunic and blue sash that kind of ties it together. Black leather and fur trousers make their way into black fur boots, so it's a lot of black on black. A couple of jeweled gold and silvered rings upon the fingers, and a single golden chain necklace around the neck. So that is what you're observing from Palu as he comes down. This time he actually has kind of a hat or a chapeau, if you will, kind of tucks off to the side with a purple feather that sticks outwards. Immediately sees you all, kind of somewhat startled that you all entered in. Expected someone else. Oh, excuse me.
Were you expecting other company?
No, I mean, I had some other arrangements, so I was going to have lunch with somebody, but it's fine.
Well,
Can
we
I-
can eat
can I
lunch.
roll?
I'm pretty hungry.
Can I roll like insight?
Sure.
Be-
If he's telling the truth or not, sure.
Or, yeah, if he's telling, well, I feel like it's less of if he's telling the truth and more of like the like vibe of the meeting he was gonna have. Like,
That's too.
Not enough?
That's too much ahead of time, right? If he had the meeting already, you could attempt it.
okay. Then I'm just gonna point blank ask him. Who are you gonna meet with?
Oh, no one rather in particular, just someone I quite fancy. I will.
I could be quite fancy. I'm gonna put on the signet ring as well and have 2 rings on a hand.
Where did you get that?
Well,
Yes.
CC, this was. Shall we eat lunch? Since you offered.
Who do you
I'm
fancy?
not feeding you all. No.
Well,
I
that's
was
rude.
going to. I was expecting someone else to come here. I was
Yes,
dressing up a
and
little
since-
bit.
You
So I was
said
going to
no
prepare
one-
a quick
Since
meal.
lunch is already prepared.
No,
why don't
not
we
for
eat
you
lunch?
all here. This is quite
This is-
intrusive.
Are
This is quite upsetting that you're treating us this way, Palu.
I should have not been surprised. You all. Anyways, you have a
We
new
have
person. Who
news.
is this? Kind of approaches
Oh.
you.
Oh, you're the
I had quite esteemed armor there. You know your way around some tools. Begins to check you out.
Don't
Yes.
you dare poach my men.
Well, I'm a smith. I made this myself. It was my own design. So
I see.
yeah, I'm actually interested in some metals
Oh.
that I could sort of see and actually craft some other stuff. So
I
yeah, I'm
see.
just here with them,
Hmm.
just encounter them, not associate with them with their misdeeds or any other things they did.
Not
our-
associated. Here of your own accord, I see. Well, you've strapped up with them anyways. You've walked in with them.
that is
This is our new best. This is our friend. This is our
That's-
friend.
Oh,
He's
friend.
very wrong.
Ah, I see.
He is Gilga. He has
Yeah.
joined
Pointers is
us.
a better word than
He has-
friend.
Hmm.
Okay,
He
well-
has joined us
Yeah, we
for
found him tied
everything
to a
that has
post.
happened.
Well, listen. Prospectors that have headed north, I've told you, are friends here. They have yet to return again the next day. It's rather
Well,
unfortunate. If
we
you
have
are
a bit
looking
of
for
other-
prize metal, I do have a stash of some kind I may offer you in lieu of this task if you can get your friends to do it, if they do call them friends. I have a small chest of mithril.
Oh, it's a very nice chest. You
I'm
shouldn't.
sure.
Wait,
I'm
wait,
sure,
wait,
I'm
wait,
sure small
wait.
is relative.
kind
You
to
shouldn't be so
yourself.
hard on
Offense.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have no
well,
use of it. I was planning on selling it, but of course the caravans and whatnot coming through, they get raided and taken all the time. I couldn't move this
Well-
anyways to sell it if I wanted to. It's been
about
stored in my
that-
wardrobe for quite some time.
We found out about that, and I think we put a stop to that. But
Oh,
on an alternate note, the Duke is dead.
well, I see your ring there. I assumed as much. Now that there's word
Yes.
spread that the manor, there was some sort of murder that happened. All
Yeah,
crazy
well,
nonsense.
Yes, yeah, there was that. There's been a lot of murder that has happened and occurred. It seems to be a pretty running theme up here.
Well,
Yes,
that's a running theme for
in
you
North.
all, not for me. I mean, this has only been
Well,
brought
I
up because
mean-
you're here.
It's
I
running
don't
for
like-
them, not me.
For the
Why-
second
Not-
time in 2 journeys, we found a bunch of demon people. So
Demon people.
Gonna
What?
play my flute.
I don't feel like we should be
This
associated.
person's playing the
with
flute.
the
This piece is
thing.
demon people. This person says it's not associated with you, and now you're trying to defend. You, voice of reason. What is it?
No,
Say.
that's very sweet, but no, I just don't think that like there's a difference between like correlation and coincidence and us shipwrecking and finding ourselves here and you having a situation, we'll say coincidence, not correlation. We did
Let's-
handle it.
Hmm.
let's face it, your town was pretty screwed before we got here.
Whoa, whoa, wait a second
You-
here,
you
right? This is the
had-
fine, mighty town of Harak, right? It's a staple. It is.
I
I
mean-
play really loud.
mean,
Like you almost can't hear. I'm just
He's
playing
just
it
a little,
super loud, like
he's just a little
as loud as
sensitive
I
because
can.
People keep trying to make
yes,
it our
I mean,
fault.
we've hit some hard times as of late. Obviously, royal decree, we've had to sell the iron ore for a fraction of the price. And now I have somebody willing to procure mithril, and I have a task needed. I have people to save. They haven't returned. They could be dead for all I know. I need this done. And mithril is what I believe this one needs. Yes? Look at that fine armor. Look at your tools. Isn't that what you want? What's your name
Yes,
again?
Gilga, it is
yes.
exactly what I want. Pass. Why don't we do this, right?
Why
And
don't you
I'll
get your-
add more stones to your friendship quarterstaff. How about that?
Hey,
Rally
I'll
your
do whatever
friends.
you want me to do.
Gilga, can I sidebar with you really quick?
Yeah, sure.
I think it's we just like go like literally like 2 feet. It's like not sidebarred far away. It's like I think it's really hurting the team when you try to separate from us. And I think
I'm gonna
if you'd
play
like if you'd like
in kind of his face so he can't hear.
if you want the team to like work with you on this one, I think it would be very important for the team if you tell him you are in fact our friend.
Well, will you
That-
go get the mithril with me if I say we're friends?
Are you gonna start saying you're our friend?
Is that a yes? That you agree?
I think that would change this dynamic because now we have a friend
Okay.
who wants us to go do a friend thing with their friends instead of
Paulo.
a guy.
I
who
go Paul
says
say, I'm their friend. Ignore everything I just said. I'm their friend, and of course we'll go.
Wonderful.
Yeah, we'll go.
That's
We'll go.
exciting. That's awesome.
There's not a
I-
lot of death, right? There's not a lot of death there, right? Or
I have
am I
no
not lying?
idea. I mean, take this map here. It hands it to you. This is where they last were. Well, this is where they're supposed to go, anyways. I did send some people up there, some scouts. They've made it back. They were not very skilled at tracking, and they didn't find anything. I would suggest heading there and just doing a quick search or digging, seeing what you could find. I mean, Yeah, there's not much up there. It's just mountain. And
Okay,
some
here's the
evergreen
thing.
trees and thickets.
You said that was something very similar that was said related to the caravan thing, and it was an entire death cult in a mountain. So I'm gonna
Well,
need you to
I
know.
mean, I don't know much about what happened with the caravans, okay? I just know they were
If
being
we
raided.
go to another mountain and we find something else that's weird, and then we come back having handled it, you cannot say it's our fault that it was already there and weird.
Look, I don't want to put blame to anything, and of course you are doing great deeds here, I imagine. I mean, you're wearing the Duke's signet ring.
Thank you.
Everyone's
mean,
acting
it's
real mad
gone.
about us for helping them with their
Does
problems.
this make me the Duke now?
No, it does not. That I don't know if that's.
It
I
could make you
believe
the
I
Duke
heard the
now.
Duke over talking at a couple of meetings. I believe that's the Orillo family seal, and I think he has an estate somewhere in Alathan or something. A wife by chance? Might send
That
word.
does mean that
Wait,
might
so am I
honestly be
married?
your wife.
Oh, crap.
That could be a wedding ring. I have no idea.
I think
Congratulations.
you're the wife
You're
in the house
married.
now.
Anyway, we're getting really off task here.
Amazing.
I just want to say that I appreciate you helping with this death cult or the raiding of the caravans. This is going to really help business. I appreciate that. I really do. But now I have to figure this all out. If the Duke's gone, I mean, who's going to run this town?
I just assumed it was you. You seem to be the second most best dressed.
We
I
were
was-
fairly sure it was you.
I was running it kind of before the Duke got here, so I imagine I can just
Well-
keep doing that, but I'm sure
seem to
Lord
be
Thalen
mostly
Falor will have to
concentrating.
know.
We've bought a lot of food for you so you can pass it out to
So
people.
I,
Make the
walks
transition
over.
easy.
Walks over to a small log and begins to thumb through it. Listen, let me check here. Okay. In a week's, I can send it out earlier. Let's say within a week. All right. I will have at some point when you want to leave this town. I need a message sent then to Lord Thalen Falor. I'll have a caravan made. I'll have some miners selected to escort it through the valley to Athema. Wrangler Uku, who he is the commander there of Fort Frostbeard within the city, he will take the shipment, and you don't need to know much of that. Again, these three I will send will know the details of that. But the message I need you all to send to Lord Thalen Falor. I will draft it post-haste here. You'll make yourself back. I will have it ready for when you get back. Anyways, caravan within a week at the most. If you do not make it back, something happens. That caravan will leave on the 25th of September. It can leave earlier if you do arrive, and we'll appreciate your protection. How does that sound?
Well,
We honestly have a pretty much 24 to 48 hour turnaround. We do a lot of fast work. So,
That's fair.
quick
But-
question. Who is it that you fancy? Because we did get off track.
Why would I get into my personal affairs with you? I mean,
It could
should
be
I express
relevant.
every time I, find a new lover by chance? Is that
That would be wonderful if you could.
Yes.
It would
Yes.
make-
Yes.
It would really
Yeah.
make.
No, actually, we were really excited
Ooh.
about this.
It would probably endear you with the people as well.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm not a political figurehead, but I need to make
Is it
public
me?
my relations. Walks over to you, Paz. Looks you up and down. You're not my type, but thank you.
Oh,
Oh, that was a
it's
really
okay.
nice.
I'm married. I'm married anyway.
wait, but
Congratulations.
my colleague here said the right thing. Like we went through a death cult. I have a question. How much mithril do you have available in that chest?
Well, I suppose that would be something you would need to know. Flicks his fingers. He struts over to the wardrobe, opens the wardrobe. Inside, kind of grabs, smashes it down onto the desk. 20 pounds of mithril ore.
Someone catch Gilga.
Oh,
Just
20
okay.
pounds.
Okay, it's okay.
So this amount of ore, when you smelt it and refine it, would be plenty enough to make armor and weapons.
Would it be enough to make like plate?
Yes, you can make full plate with this.
Oh,
Okay, Gilga, it's okay.
it's like, oh my god. Oh.
All right, well, we're so excited to help our friend help you. Just like we said, we were happy to help you before. Just final closing. It's not a lease. It's not a lease that you fancy.
No.
Cool.
Well, that's great. You
Have
know,
a great private romantic life. We love that for you.
Wow, appreciate
we
that.
have to, also, while you're at it, should we? Should no? You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. You have a great time.
Wait. We still have to get the funeral rites for Elise and make sure that we could.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, Elise is dead. She's in our cart. It's up to you what to do.
What? Elise is gone.
That one's
Well, no.
not.
She was gone trying to save us. If that
Did she-
makes anything.
So you didn't
She
kill
stopped
her?
an apocalypse. No, she stopped an apocalypse.
Stopped an apocalypse.
We just thought that we owed it to her to see her out of the death cult dungeon and bring her back for funeral rites. We're a little bit mixed as a party on what those would entail.
Well, I mean, I honestly, when someone dies around here, it's proper to dig them a burial if you can. Some of the permafrost just to the north side of the town. There's a few tombstones, but of course they've been blown over, hidden within some deep snow. At least I
Wait, so
don't know.
we're digging a ditch?
I'm not digging a ditch, we're digging a grave! And you can make any sort of mark on Lisa's. I don't know of any family that she has. I've
we're
only had a
pretty sure
drink
they're
with her.
dead, too.
I've only had a drink with her in passing. Conversations minor. When I was over at the Duke's for business. Seemed like a great person.
So not just more elaborate ditch?
I might be able to take over the funeral service if you'd like. I can try to get people from the town and make it something of note.
That would probably be good. You
Okay.
don't do any death magic.
No, I don't do any death magic.
Great.
Oh,
The magic
yeah,
I
listen,
perform is transmutation. I do have
He's a
some
master of
talents in the
rocks.
arcane.
It's good to know.
Well,
All right.
Right.
Well, we're gonna give you Elise,
Okay.
and we're gonna
Who
go.
were-
see-
Who were the two scouts that you sent up to the north beforehand?
Yes, one of them named was Robert, and the other one was. Let me remember here for just 1 second. Ah, yes.
And
Robert
you know,
and
Robert and
Trevin?
Trevin.
Trevin.
Yeah.
Excellent. Do you know where we can find them to speak to them and about what they had found?
I believe they're having lunch right now. They should be, anyways. They work on the day shift, so I believe it's still.
At the tavern?
I love lunch.
No, just across the road here.
My favorite.
I don't think
Where they'll
Yeah,
hang
you
out.
should find them. You should probably just yell for the names or ask about. I'm sure you'll find them.
Excellent.
All right. Let's
We'll
see.
get on to this then.
All right.
Oh, before we leave, I'll use control flames to change like kind of the biggest torch I see in the room to a heart shape. She's still coming.
Whoever they are, you got this.
Mhm.
We're gonna go now.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Very well.
You're welcome.
All right.
Reluctantly, we just book it.
As you go
Get
across
her
the street,
away.
as you leave, chest of mithril, as you hear it slam back into the wardrobe, potential reward for investigating these prospectors. You cross the road here, and you go looking for Robert and
Robert! Robert!
Trevin.
Trevin!
Is that what you're
Robert!
yelling?
They're having lunch, right? At the tavern? Is that right?
No,
Across
just
the
across
street.
the way.
Oh.
Where they all like where
Across
those
the
red
way,
tents
underneath
are.
canopies, are these long banquet-sized wooden tables with rickety chairs. They are put up for lunch for the miners, and they are very worn accommodations. I mean,
I'm going.
just giant pots are cooked over fire pits, this kind of thing. You know, soups. And,
I'm gonna hop up on a table. Pardon me, your attention for a moment. I'm seeking Robert and Trevin.
Is that what you-
Have you seen Robert?
Here, I got something for you. Did y'all hear that? The booing.
I hear the booing, yeah.
No, so anyway, so as you begin to yell outwards, you see two people stand up not sitting together on very separate tables. As you make your announcement, seeing the table there, as you yell outwards. Robert appears to be a human that is quite old. Really resembles maybe 71 years of age, with silver hair that comes backwards. And his stockier built seems to be quite muscular, sitting about 6'5". You also see Trevin, who has to climb onto the actual table, and is a gnome, just about 2'7". So this is a very tiny gnome. And this gnome in particular has kind of like a cap that goes over traditional. If you imagine, I forget what it's called, but it has like the earmuffs that come down, and then the full flat cap, and then it's all fur based and whatnot. So you're not able to see hair color, but green eyes and fair complexion and kind of a stern jaw. They immediately come trudging through the dirt and rock of the shoveled areas of this eating area, and again making distance, pushing through people, coming to you as you make your way off the table path. Trevin is the first to speak. What's going on?
You were sent to the north to find prospectors.
Yeah, I mean, it was a task Paloriza gave us. It was pretty good. We didn't find anything though.
Well,
It's
what?
good, but you didn't find anything.
Where did you stop?
Oh, we went by the map, and we were just looking around as best we can. It was, it was pretty windy, and there was a lot of snow, and honestly, we couldn't see much of anything. It was just the side of a mountain, as far as we're concerned.
I see.
There's no tracks. I mean, we're not really trackers, but
Would you say that you are the most qualified to track,
no,
despite
course
not being
not.
trackers here?
No, I'm pretty good at digging, holes and stuff in the mines. I'm great at that. Robert, he's good at lifting stuff up. Robert doesn't say anything. Robert actually is mute. I don't know if that's the word.
Do you get a lot of friends, coworkers that are mute? Because you've also got, that's the second friend we've met here who doesn't speak.
I don't know.
Like
Maybe it's something.
demographic?
I don't think it's a thing, but I mean, in the mines, it can get really, the air quality and the toxins and things. I don't know. Maybe it's some sort of heavy metal poisoning.
So you said you just followed the route on the map.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's I think 3 or 4 miles north of here, the mountains. It's kind of a trek. It's hard. You got to climb some elevation.
Was it particularly treacherous? Ooh, elevation.
Oof.
We
it's
make a note.
well, not on the way there, but the side of the mountain where they were looking for. I mean, if they climbed up that mountain, oh my gosh, I don't want to go up there. That's too much.
Do you have experience climbing mountains?
No.
Oh,
What
So you
is
didn't-
your...
you didn't bother to climb up the mountain then?
No, I mean, we looked for tracks in some of the snow. We didn't see anything. We said if they got off the mountain, I mean, chances are they didn't come back, right?
Well, I mean, if they went up the mountain, of course you wouldn't see tracks in the snow.
Well, I mean, they're
'Cause they
probably
went
dead,
up.
right? I don't know. Look, I'm not a grave person,
wild.
but oof, it can be
Like,
worse.
we're not making a moral judgment here, but this is wild as far. Does your companion have any skill in tracking, or...
Robert begins to sign.
Okay.
No, he doesn't.
Excellent. Would you be willing to trek back to that mountain and show us?
No, we're not going. We got a whole shift to work. And I think Robert's got a lug. Yeah, he's got some stuff to lug. We got a caravan to fill.
What was the selection process wherein you two were chosen to track?
Oh, the selection process? It's really fun. In fact, the 3 that are going to select it for the caravan, it's just over here. It's a thing we spin. It's got like little balls in it. It's got our names on
Oh
it.
my god. Paz, did you hear that? We should check that out.
That sounds like a game of chance.
It's a lottery too. I mean, if you get on those caravans, they get sent out. I mean, you get paid a lot of gold, and a lot of times these people don't come back because they got the gold, got a new life. It's good stuff.
I mean, you have heard about all the caravan attacks recently, right?
Oh, I have, but I'm pretty good. Reveals like a dagger from this coat as he pulls it back. This robe, got a little dagger. Yeah. See?
Oh no,
Ah.
that's scary! Oh,
I-
you're such a master.
Right.
No,
Should be. Ah.
I'm not afraid.
I
Grew up in the
genuinely
streets of
hope you
Olathe,
go
the docks
hard.
district. Had to be quick on my feet. Nice with a dagger. Yeah, thieves and such.
If any of us have the magic to make sure that this person wins the lottery, I 100% think we should. Plus Robert.
Yeah, I do have mage hands, so I could try to move things around, but
Alright,
they will
we're-
notice it.
I don't think they'll care.
Well,
When,
later this afternoon, they'll be selected for the caravan, and I don't know what's gonna
This
head
is
out.
it's our caravan.
I don't know.
Okay, and we should be more directly. Yeah, we should be more directly involved. We should be more involved in that.
Robert begins to sign. Yeah, I mean, I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah. So, thank you, Robert, for agreeing. Yeah. No, we should be involved in that process.
That wasn't what he was saying.
Oh well, I don't know because.
That sound
was
like it.
thinking
It
you.
sound. That's what.
No,
it sounded
Robert
like.
was saying the more time you spend here, the less time you probably find those people up there.
Oh, alive or dead? As long as we get an answer, we still get paid.
That's a little grim, but I think about it
Right.
you want. Yeah.
That's pretty dark.
You're judging me for not climbing the mountain. Now you're telling me you're gonna whatever we get paid.
Well, we're
Doesn't
actually
matter.
going to climb it.
They've
You're
been
just
gone
lazy.
for like 2 weeks. It's been a while.
Not
If
really
you
lazy.
would have climbed the mountain, they wouldn't have died.
Oof, that's rough. Okay, look, you're gonna put that
Yeah.
death on me? Come on,
No.
hey, you want to go? Huh? Pushes you a little
You're-
bit. Huh? You want some of this? Huh?
Your little dagger.
Hmm?
All right, fuck it. I'm just right in the gut.
All right, give me a roll.
Oh God.
I didn't want to fight. He chose me.
The fight chose you.
The fight chose you.
Standard roll. Come on.
But genuinely, before we even did any of this, they were already gone
Roll?
for a while.
Yeah. Okay.
You can.
This is a custom with my people. 2 men fight to decide whose is larger.
Wouldn't
What?
just like measuring do
Wait,
that?
wait, who's much
Mhm.
larger?
You
Does it
strike. Go
change
ahead
if we
and
lose?
you can click the damage in the chat card. And it should roll
Yeah. That's,
8. All right, so you sock Trevin into the stomach. He falls onto the table, crashes a little bit. Oh, my
Yeah, I don't
stomach. Oh. Why did you do that? Gosh! Ah! Robert picks him up, holds him like a little baby,
Oh,
to pet him softly. Thanks,
this is
Robert.
honestly
oh,
everything I expected
Wow.
for someone named Trevin. So
Gosh!
this does not bode well if you plan to guard a caravan.
Ah,
okay,
man.
You have asserted your dominance, Paz.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Such a
This
weird
is-
male bravado. It's such a systemic problem.
I
Yes.
don't.
not
I
wrong.
don't.
Ah.
I don't believe that I was the aggressor. I was provoked. He shoved me.
sure we don't want to. We should also be acknowledging that Paz did not initiate that one.
Why I grew up. I'm not. You didn't hear my story? Gosh, people act like
All
that.
right,
I
but
had
I
to
think
defend. You gotta stand up for yourself. You get
that's
stepped on.
Okay,
I mean,
but
Paz
that's
is the master of combat.
problematic.
2'7"
That-
inches, just short I am. Gosh.
You're,
We have so much work to do here.
I know that like he's fully internalized.
Step by
that.
step.
He doesn't
Step by
even know.
Yeah.
You're only slightly shorter than me.
I'm telling you.
I'm 2'11".
2'11", 4 inches is really good for you halfling.
Yeah, I know.
No.
And I
See?
knocked you
We can
down.
complement each other,
Yeah.
and we are both still dominant when we do that. You see?
I feel like
How
I'm
could we
in,
not
Yeah.
be good for this town?
I feel like I'm in
Takes a
some
lot of
sort of
confidence.
therapy session. Is this couple counseling?
I just want to point. I don't know. This situation's
couple?
gotten away from me very quickly.
Well, my
I don't-
first wife, she wanted to do couples counseling. I said no, but
Hey.
That's when you shut that door, you can't
Mhm.
go
it
forward.
just doesn't go forward. I know what you're saying.
Mhm.
Apparently, I was too
Okay.
short.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that where a
Oh.
lot of this is coming from?
I mean, I gotta.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're getting really too in depth with this character that I just randomly created. Let's go ahead and just
I
kind
kind
of move
of
on.
expected the dagger was the
Alright, we
thing,
should-
you know?
We should go find some dead prospectors. But if that lottery system, is there a re-roll? Because we may. be
No,
able
it's gonna be rolled like in an hour or so.
Yes, but
There's-
we
there's
have to
still
go find
probably-
prospectors though.
They're still probably dead in an hour.
Ah. Well, it takes you 3-4 hours just to get the spot. So,
I mean,
Mood.
Hmm.
All right.
Doing
Alright.
wait for an hour.
I'm gonna go eat.
Do you
Finish
have
my
any
lunch.
pets?
What?
We should go.
Nothing. Nothing.
Oh my gosh! Ah,
I got one badger this way. I don't
That's-
suppose you got like a kitty cat or like
Oh.
a.
Gathering the animals, come to me, my
Yeah.
kids. Flock to
Yes,
me.
I am Snow White.
If I could walk with the animals.
You're Snow
What
White.
animals am I going to create armor for?
Just like sing into the air.
Butterfly or maybe a bluebird.
All right.
No.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So Trevin and Robert go back to eat their food. Obviously, Trevin probably far less. And you gather yourselves. Now, do you take your horses? Is the question. On
Me, are
this
we taking the
mountainous
wagon?
trek.
So we're going to take the
Well,
wagon.
you're leaving the small wagon because that has Elise's body, and it seemed like everyone agreed to allow Pelu to try to manage this burial. Now, what has been described is a rather steep thing, right? I mean, not even Trevin or Robert wanted to trek up it, right, or through it, whatever it was.
That doesn't seem like not even. Like that the level of commitment that
Well,
they had.
If
was
we're,
low.
So it's just
we
about the
could leave-
horses.
we can leave
should
the
leave them.
carts and just take the horses.
Take the
Well,
horses.
Wait, but
is
what
there
will
a
we do
certain
with the
stretch
horses?
we need to go before the up climb part?
Well, what I'm getting at is that, in a traditional sense, right, if you were attempting to, right, climb an area that is quite rugged and difficult, you can't exactly bring horses through that, right,
Right.
if you don't want to lose them. And so in an area, you have to think about, like, where would I leave my horse? There's no spot. I mean, there could be an evergreen tree. You could tie your horse off and whatnot. But then you're leaving the horse off into the elements as well as in the wild with all the creatures and things. So
Yeah.
I'm just kind of
Horses
I'm just
do
kinda-
not like the cold.
yeah, and
Oh, they
I'm
hate
just
it.
phrasing the scenario as best as I can to allow you to make accurate, or
Our
not
horses
accurate,
will
but
die.
good decisions.
If we bring them.
You know what? Let's just go on
I'm
foot.
I
Yeah,
speak DM.
I'd feel bad.
So
I'd feel
it's
bad if
3 to
we-
4 hours on foot just to get there. So it's not that far.
Yeah, I think it would be a little sad if we just sort of left them and we're like, well,
I
enjoy
would,
living at the foot of a mountain.
I would like, if we can, to stack up a bit on supplies if we're going to go try and climb a mountain.
We do have all those rations.
Well, those are just staying with the cart. I meant more like, rope, things to attach to the mountain to climb,
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I have
climb-
rope. I'm going to take a 50-foot long rope.
Yeah.
We just latch onto each other. One of
You
us
mean
leads. We go up.
like anchors, and if we're going to go climb, Pass has climbed a mountain once before, and you can't just like tie a rope to yourself and then climb. You gotta, anchors and.
Well, I also
Are
have.
we late
I
then?
have pittance. We could use as a. We could use
Oh,
pittance. I
excellent.
could use as hooks for the
Excellent.
rope.
Excellent. This is wonderful.
Supplies you need to gather here. There are supplies here that you can try to gather in the various kind of crates and things. Extra rope, climbing tools. There's not like a climbing kit though that's here.
Yeah.
That's not something that they have. But there's definitely materials that you might be able to make a journey up a cliffside far easier if you need to like climb up it.
One
Yeah.
thing I do specifically want to find is I want to try and find a medicine kit.
Yeah.
Or herbalism
Oh
kit.
yeah.
Or a
You're gonna need that.
herbalism kit.
Yeah, an herbalism kit, yes.
Probably not here in the town currently
Ah.
that you're in, but definitely
well.
something to find. Maybe Thema. So we are 6:23 p.m. PST. So before we get going on this trek, and maybe before get your some extra supplies on the way there, we'll go ahead and take our 10-minute break. So we get extra drink and whatnot, and then we'll get into potentially another area. So we'll come back at 6:33 p.m. PST. If you are watching this, thank you, but I don't think anybody is, which is very sad. But, oh, well. All right. All right, and we are back. You are watching us. Awesome. And we are going to pick up some supplies and head off into the northern Frosthorn Mountains. So go ahead and start off with Paz, as far as you gathering, what exactly are you looking
Well, if Gilga has pittance and extra rope, that was really it.
for? Oh, really?
Yeah, I was just gonna
Have
look
a
for
hammer so I can hammer in those
Yeah.
pittons into
I
the
was just gonna
walls.
look for just like things that I could use for climbing. But if he's got extra rope, pittance, and hammers and everything else, then that's it. That's all I was looking for.
Okay. All right, so we're heading off into the mountains. We're going to activate the world map here, or the continent map, I should say. And just ping for the stream view, so it should move over there. So, you head into the mountains, heading for 3 hours. It's about 3:30 as you make your way, going up into a slight pass as the mountains separate before they jut out into the Forgotten Sea. So they kind of go out into the water. So there's a slight pass that you're working with, which is what the map is giving you. It's geographical, right? To head up this way and then to kind of curve to the northeast. When you get to this spot where you begin to curve, it kind of forms into switchbacks through tundra, evergreen trees that grow from 30 to 50 feet, loose needles upon them, dense snow upwards of 1.5 feet, and thickets that just kind of protrude outwards. These kind of leafless, or just these large amounts of different twigs and branches that are strewn together in patches. So you're going through these switchbacks as best as you can as you traverse through this point. Elevation wise, you haven't gained that much, as you haven't traveled for that far for 3 hours, right? So it's not incredibly high in elevation as this spot. One of the things to note is the weather has changed a little bit after you've left the safety of that kind of bluff scape and you've gone onto the side of the mountain pass, if you will, heading on the eastern side of that mountain pass to the switchbacks. You are hit with somewhat of heavy snow conditions. Visibility becomes obscured, having disadvantage with perception checks, and the difficult terrain itself proves challenging. I don't believe, I'm trying to remember back on Druid, your Circle of Stars, I don't think you have anything to help you in this endeavor with the weather quite yet, maybe at a higher level. And wearing the warm clothing of pelts and whatnot is helping dramatically, as the temperatures are below freezing at the present moment. Not too steep, it's still in the day. You get to the spot on the map as you kind of reach the side of a cliffside. Your backs are to the side of a cliffside at the present moment. The switchbacks below you, the trees dotting back of what you've gone. And as you kind of stare up, it's slightly sloped, but it's very, very steep. And you're here in this position, in exactly what you imagine Trevin and Robert to get at. And this is where they've stopped. As you're staring into the thick snow, you don't see any of their tracks either, given the length and longevity of how they've, the time that they've come up here, long ago, as well as how long they stayed was not very long at all. You do have trees and thickets to look at if there was a sign of a struggle of some kind. You can also dig through the snow to try to find some of the permafrost layer, see if there's anything there. But right now, you don't see anything that's remarkably standing out. There's nothing here that seems like anything's happened, or even that they were here.
How tall is the snow?
Right now, where you're currently at the side of this cliff, it's actually only 0.5 feet. But through the switchbacks, it was like 1.5 feet.
Okay.
So you would most likely
not-
have to be aided in that endeavor, Baz.
Just kind of just trudging through.
Someone has to carry you or something.
Macheting my way through snow.
I have Shape Water and Mold Earth, which are both cantrips,
Wow.
but
So you're clearing the
if
path.
that helps us.
Yeah, no, you
You
clear
could,
the path.
yeah.
So you just literally make a path as you move. So
Well, that's
not
convenient.
not difficult terrain at all. So you go through easy enough. At this stage, I will go ahead and have everyone roll perception checks with disadvantage. So make sure to hold down control when you click.
Perception. Hold down which? Control.
Control. Not even low 21. The disadvantage 21. That's all.
Wait, that's right though. Is that right? Oh,
Disadvantage
23 with
23.
disadvantage.
What is this? Bad.
All those natural ones are finally paying off in this moment.
Hold on. I don't see my like checks and stuff. Their height, the like bar that has them. I'm gonna refresh.
Yeah,
it.
so the bar is gone because your token is not out on the board.
Okay, gotcha. So I just need to go into
Yeah, just go to your character sheet. You should be able just to click it. You know.
right perception and hold down control.
Yeah. So Paz and Aera, through the obscure conditions, you don't see anything standing out through on top of the cliffside. Now, for Gilga and Naya, you are able to see through some of the obscurities, and you see some shadowing, something up above. Now, the distance of this, of what it is upwards of 80 feet above you. It seems to be some sort of outcropping, kind of protruding up from the actual side of the cliffside. Now, you can attempt to get to this location by either scaling this 80 feet to get to this outcropping, or you can continue to head north along the cliffside, hoping to gain an elevation and switching back on top of it, going for a more horizontal approach. But you see that this is a standout object. You don't know what it means, but seems like an oddity amongst this kind of almost imperfect cliffside, right? So this protrusion coming out, and again, as far as how far it extends out of the cliff, you'd roughly say 15 feet. So it's actually quite far that it comes out, and it's supported by kind of a sloped, angled rock or stone slab that comes through, and it's all natural. There doesn't seem to be any sort of artificialness about it. But it catches your eye in the sense that there's nothing remarkable around here except for that.
You say it's 80 feet above, so the
80
cliff
feet
is running.
80 feet above on your current position. So if you attempted to be like, okay, let's go ahead and scale this and get up to that, you would have to climb up there 80 feet to get to that. You could potentially go north and kind of switch back on top of it, right, as you gain an elevation and then come back to it, hoping that you can kind of move on the side of the mountainside, right, as you go towards it. But given how far you've traveled and the conditions currently, you would have to add on at least an extra hour onto the journey just to come back to that spot.
I have some bad news, y'all. I'm looking at this. I have 50 foot of rope, and that's 80 feet high.
I have 50 feet of rope.
Oh. Okay, you want to try to...
Paz also has 50 feet of rope.
Okay, that's good. So we only need to just knock out 10 pitons and hope it holds every 10 feet up. Or 8 feet up.
Well, it sounds like you know what you're doing.
Yeah, you're gonna lead climb on this one, aren't you?
Wait, what? Wait. I'm not that strong. You know, I just get to hammer things and then
Well,
hopefully
I mean,
they stay.
You hammer things and you could hammer a piton, right? You are a
do I see
master
any
of
like
hammers?
birds or any other animals that would just like know what was up there by chance?
There are
It's a bird
above
or-
you in a tree, just about 10-15 foot away, this tree, and then 20 feet up, there seems to be a small nest of birds.
Okay, so while they're talking, you know, they're talking about the 80 feet and all that stuff. I'm just gonna ask the birds. Excuse me, hello. So sorry to bother you.
As you begin to talk up to the nest, you see a small type of some sort of Arctic finch of some kind. It's a very small bird. It looks over.
You handsome.
Looks back.
Hello.
Looks
Oh.
over.
Hi.
It's back.
It's the best.
We're playing hide and go seek. Hello.
It's back. Oh. Hey, what's
Hi.
up?
Hi.
How you doing?
Oh,
Excellent.
I'm really well. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good. Well, you bothering my tree.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. I don't mean to interrupt you. I know you're probably doing a lot of important things up there. I was just wondering if you could tell me what the deal was with that weird ledge thing.
I don't know.
Yeah,
What-
neither. My friends want to know.
Oh, I mean, what do you want? What do you want to know?
Well, what's the deal with it? Like, is there anything up there that's interesting?
Well, some people climbed up there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like a week ago. Caused all sorts
Oh.
of snow to fall on my tree.
Oh. Did they hurt your nest?
No, it's just annoying.
Oh.
I was up there getting some seeds.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I'm getting pecked
Yeah.
by snow.
What? That's awful. I'm sorry about that. That's rude.
Yeah.
So rude.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, we would never do that.
There was some
Yeah,
screams
we won't
and
do
whatnot
that.
up there, but
Oh. Are there monsters up there?
I don't know. I just heard him screaming.
You like seeds?
Oh yeah, I'm getting
Oh.
them for the winter right now.
Well, I mean, I don't suppose you could like fly over there and see if you see anything strange. I have some seeds.
I'm not going over there.
I have some berries.
Nah.
Oh,
Look, I got a huge
Okay.
stockpile, right? I'm good.
sure. Okay. All right. No, thank you. Nice. My name's Naya.
Oh, cool. My name's Finch.
Nice to meet you. Hi, Finch. Nice to meet you. This is Rupert.
Rupert and Bird actually can't speak together. Just FYI.
Right. Yeah.
Rupert.
I just want to stare and
Badger.
just look at it and be like, she talks to birds?
Well, don't let that
She
badger
talks
eat
to
into my eggs.
Oh,
climb, you
he's
know.
a very. You're right.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank
Mhm. All right.
you.
Sounds good.
Okay. Great. Nice to meet you.
Chip, 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 chip.
Yeah, so she talks to birds, she talks to mammals. I don't know where you land on like reptiles.
She talked to a big squid thing once.
She did talk to a big squid thing once. We've at this point seen what may or may not have been a kraken. We've definitely seen a dragon, and there was a death cult. Welcome to the team.
So there were screams up there. I don't know if we want to go up there.
Oh, we should definitely go
Oh.
up there if there were screams.
Do not, whatever you do, interrupt his nest. Rude. Rude.
Wasn't
Yeah,
planning
you
on
wouldn't
to.
want. Yeah, you wouldn't want somebody coming in your home and just like tossing your furniture everywhere. It's awful. So
Hmm.
yeah.
So are
Are
we
you guys
going to...
climbing?
Yeah, I think it's our fearless leader who's doing it.
Paz will do
Paz,
this
'cause
because Paz can climb,
That's true.
hopefully.
We'll see.
I'll help them as much as
And
I
the
can.
pintons. I'm
With,
going to have a
the-
hammer.
All right, I'm
No,
just
go
gonna help
ahead.
as much as I can with the molder, earth, and shape water, whatever that helps you with.
So to go over some of the, like free climbing is the only thing that actually requires a check. The to climb with pittons and rope. So everyone besides the first doesn't have to roll, right? So whoever's up first is going to have to roll as they set the pittons and climb up. But everyone else doesn't actually have to roll. That's the people always get confused. I think 5th edition they always want people to roll for climbing, but it's actually like an innate thing if you're supported by like a rope, right? You just do it.
Yeah.
It only becomes a challenge if you're free climbing, right? If you're attempting to climb some object without rope or assistance. So who's going to be the first one up? It is going to be athletic based. So it's not acrobatics. This is
athletic roll.
athletics.
Oh, yeah, it's not me.
Oh, hold on.
It could be.
I'm very unathletic, despite being good with a hammer and be able to make stuff.
I've got a +5 in athletics.
So it would be you.
You're
Nair.
stronger than me.
Yeah, Nair, you would be the one up.
Okay. Ooh, guys. Okay.
So with Naya's
I'm
help
going
of molding
to-
earth, you can support her to make the DC significantly lower.
Okay. Then I don't have to do anything for that. It's the DC.
Yeah, there's a DC for the climb. It's a free climb. And again, Naya, what you're doing is you're kind of folding the earth. Obviously, Naya doesn't need it. but 22. So, but what you're giving like footfalls and hand grabs, right? So that's what you're kind of doing is you're molding it as they're going up. So Naira, no worries there. You're climbing upwards. You're setting pittance
It's like-
freehanding as you make your way all the way up 80 feet as you climb on top of this protrusion of the earth. As soon as you climb up,
Guys, it's actually not that bad.
you kind of pull your hands onto the lips and you take your final kind of pull through as you kind of roll onto it and you stand up slightly. You see a mouth of a cave of some kind with a snow embankment that's coming over it and the darkness opening through. This crevasse is big enough, quite large actually, for a large creature to have pulled itself in. You kind of look at the ground just slightly, just for quick perception, no rolls, just to see if you can see anything. Doesn't seem like there's much at the actual foot of the cave, and then the darkness takes hold, which doesn't allow you to see as the crevice actually spirals a little bit. So with your dark vision, you can see the entrance of the rock wall of the
See the
cave,
sharp hook.
but you don't see actually inside of the cave. Correct. The rest of the party,
Rude,
you begin
geographically rude.
you begin to climb up it. Again, no check is necessary as you're using the pittance and rope, being able to kind of scale up the cliffside 80 feet, and you also get onto this rocky protrusion. It's very sturdy. It's able actually to hold all of your weight as you all are currently on it, and you are seeing the same as Naira.
Guys, that wasn't that bad.
It was still
Work out
tired.
more.
Yeah, I know. It's just
You
cold
just did a good
and
job.
it's long.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank
I wasn't sure, but like I really felt supported by you.
Yeah, you should be confident. You did great.
I feel like we should be careful going in here. It does seem a little bit foreboding. We can't get a good eye around it. Luckily, we have the master of stealth.
You have the master of not being able to see in the dark.
Oh, that's right. he's
And the master of stealth and combat.
all right. Yeah, who can see in the? I can see in the dark. You can see in the dark, right, Naya?
Can.
Right. Gilga, where
Rub it
are
in.
you at with the dark? Not there. Not happening.
So how far can I see? Like, can I see anything?
You can see while being with no dark vision. So I allow 10 feet of dim light that you're able to see without dark vision, just so you can see what's relatively in front of you. You're able to light a torch and provide light for yourself if you need to.
I will use my ring and go invisible.
Okay. Sees
And
paths
I will.
disappears.
It's just like as I'm just gonna like sneak walk into the cave, and as I just go in the cave, just the silhouette just disappears.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a
Okay.
stealth check though, just for the sake of it.
No problem. Master of it. Easy 20.
Okay. So you go into the cave and you're kind of peeling through. Again, you don't have dark vision, I'm assuming, right?
Nope.
No, for sure, it does not.
As you come through the, it's dark as you're working your way a little bit around that corner, and then you see inside of this 40-foot long and a 20-foot ceiling height cavern. It's domed at the top, and the light from the outside is bouncing into these translucent crystals, providing a mirror effect about the room, giving dim light throughout the entire thing. You see stalagmite structures kind of protruding and balancing out the structure, supporting these crystals of the ceiling kind of protrude out. And again, they're translucent. Some of them are longer, some are shorter. And then the ground itself is rough rock, this almost obsidian terrain. It's kind of shiny, if you will. You can stare as you look towards the back left of the cave is many bedrolls, a fire pit that's gone cold, wood that's been kind of brought to coal and then scattered about. The bedrolls are kicked, some of them ripped. By what you can see is massive gouges. From this distance, that's all you can see. Right, because it's about 30 feet away from your position.
I will sneak and walk my way back out.
Okay.
And I will still invisible. It seems there was a large thing that ate stuff and people inside of it.
Rough, just a voice just comes out of the air.
There's a campsite that has been attacked by things with claws that are wide as this. You can't see it because I'm invisible, but just,
How wide did he say?
Wait, so how long was it?
I don't know. It's like this.
It gives me nothing.
I'm over here. You have to look at me.
Can you see him?
No, but I feel rude not looking at him when I talk. If I
Paz?
don't.
It's right here.
You're invisible. Remember the ring?
I'm just gonna throw snow.
Ah,
Right here.
got him.
There. There's
Can you cover yourself with snow so we can see your figure?
no. That would be very cold and
That'd be very
unwise.
chilly.
It is windy.
Draw on the snow how big it was.
I'm just gonna drag my foot along. Just guess. I'm just gonna drag it like 3 feet, 4 feet.
All right, that's pretty big.
Okay.
Did it seem like there was anything still in there?
Well, I mean, there was a fire and a campsite, it looked like. So there was that stuff.
So that's humans or humanoids.
Well, I mean, I would surmise they were attacked by a bear.
Yeah.
They built. You mean they set up camp in Bear's home?
There's, I know it's silly. Yeah,
Were
silly
were there,
prospectors, I know.
Were there any like holes coming out of the ground or?
Holes coming out of the. That's just silly.
Okay, well, it's
Holes
a little bit
into the
important. Could
ground.
you, if it seemed kind of like a bear and there are holes coming out of the ground, if you could just go double check that before we go in there, that would be really.
Why would there be holes coming out of the ground? Holes go into the ground. How does a
Can you-
hole come out of the ground?
Could you ask Rupert if it smells at all like badgers, or like?
Bears
That
don't
kind
come
of-
from the ground.
Is it?
Hi, how are you?
I don't
Okay.
like this badger.
Warm enough?
It's fine. It
Okay,
smells disgusting up here.
It's what?
Smells gross.
Smells bad?
Yeah.
Like what?
Smells like rotting flesh.
He says it smells like rotting flesh.
Not a good
Gross.
sign.
Is that what
Human
that smell
flesh?
was?
Oh, I mean, I don't know. Could be anything,
Well,
I
humans
guess.
are kind of sneaky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe humans, he's not sure.
Could Rupert investigate? It's
You must send
I
a
mean,
badger in.
You don't need a badger. I'm right here.
You have someone that's invisible.
I think I'm a lot
Oh.
more. I think I'm a
Are
lot
you
better
still-
than the badger.
Are you still here? Oh my
Well,
goodness.
I've been very dejected.
Throw
Yes,
some snow.
I heard the
Throw
whole
some
thing.
snow.
Everything you were saying.
Throw some snow.
Why don't you get the badger to go? You're gonna hear my voice just trail off as I walk into a cave.
I just want to know. I want to know about the whole situation. Can you please tell me if there are holes coming out of the ground?
So-
You're just gonna hear shout in your mind. Yes, there's holes everywhere.
Paz, you're going back into the cavern.
Yes.
Go and roll perception.
This time I'm gonna do a more thorough job.
I'm gonna actually leave if it's
Master.
what
So-
I think it is.
You're going right into back to the cavern, looking and having a kind of but as you scan, looking very intently now, the shadows of the backside. Again, it's a mirrored effect of this light's dim, so it's difficult to see. It's obsidian, shiny rock. You see in the backside of the cavern is a large, perfect, circular hole with a radius of 15 feet. It's big. But it's taking up the shadows, so you can only just see the edging, right? So you see the lip. The longer you stare, the more confused you become. You just think it might be just part of the cave wall, right? Just might be a lip of the cave wall. But on initial glance of your perception roll, you believe that's there. In addition to the scan, you also see that there is other sorts of bits of materials from maybe a backpack or something that's been strewn out. So you're getting a little bit more finer details at this distance.
How far am I away from the party right now?
Well, the actual cave opening is only about 4 feet. that you're kind of going through to get and look, right? So it's 4 feet. So the party can be, like 4 feet away from you if they're standing right next to the entrance.
Even if I'm going okay, so
Does that make sense?
I'm
Like you're-
going. Yeah, I'm going to
Mm.
shoot a little telepathy message because I'm special, and let Naira know there's a large hole that's bigger than Paz.
Okay.
Very large. There's stuff
not-
strewn about.
All right. You should be careful about the amount of sound you're making, and I think that you should come back.
Paz doesn't actually make sounds when he's talked to you this way.
No. I mean, like with your feet.
Oh, okay. Gonna just
Just moonwalk it back.
very. Now that I know, I'm gonna like very lightly touch and then take my time coming back.
Okay.
Now that I'm aware that there's something that I shouldn't be walking in.
I swear to God, if it's what I think it is.
You should have warned me about this before.
I can't warn you about what I'm not sure about.
Well, there's a large hole. It's big. Very big, large.
Okay.
There's things strewn about.
Okay.
It doesn't appear that there's much of a struggle. It looks like they just got destroyed.
That's
Does
silly.
it-
Bears don't live in holes.
I don't
Does it
think it's
seem
a
like-
bear.
Does it
Bears
seem
also
like
don't burrow.
Yeah, does it seem like there's like burrowing or like claws that are like kind of digging?
We'll
Wait,
just
wait.
say yes.
Okay, so here's what I think. I think they're dead, and I think we should go.
Okay.
Unless anyone feels really, really strongly about having a monster battle right now.
Did anyone seem injured? Anyone seem alive? I mean,
Nobody's alive. There's nobody there. There's no bodies.
There was
I mean,
screaming. Did I
you-
mention
you-
that?
you checked though, right? Like
I
Robert,
mean-
we don't want to be Robert Trevor.
Like, yes. I checked inside of the cave. I didn't go into this large, giant hole that is about 5 times larger than me. But you are more than welcome to. Apparently, also, don't make noise.
If you could just keep the general vibration level low, it can only benefit us caution-wise. I mean, even if it's not what I think it is, and I do think it is what I think it is, even if it's not what I think it is, we don't know for sure that it's gone.
Well,
should
What do you
be
think
quiet.
it is?
it made a 15-foot hole.
Okay.
Oh, it's big.
You know what? I might be blind, but I think I'm gonna go in. I'm just gonna try to find out. I
Okay,
can't.
no.
I can't abandon them. We can't abandon them.
There
You don't like
it's-
humans.
All right,
You don't like
Kirby, you
human
walk
enemies.
in.
There, oh, god damn it.
I'm gonna
He's
just put a twig behind your ear before you go. Cast
So,
guidance.
Wow.
Gilgy, you're having the same effect of the crystalline cavern, providing you dim light, as you can kind of see. But again, it's dim. It's not bright light, so it's difficult to see still. You're
Oh, he's
making your
going to
way
die.
into the cavern as you continue to
Yeah,
press
he's for sure gonna die.
forward. You begin to look at the the campsite that has been strewn. It looks to be 7 bedrolls in total, suggesting a party size of 7 individuals. Backpacks are still laid out here, some of which have been torn open by large claws, and they've been kind of split. And different debris has been there. Just scanning, you can see drag marks in the shiny obsidian as the scars of them are very, very visible without even investigation. Now you're coming to the hole. I would like for you to roll an investigation check.
All right, boys. Good
D4.
boys and girls.
For guidance.
Yeah,
I think
and
you're
then
making bad
advantage is shift,
choices.
right? Oh no, not advantage, just regular roll. My bad. It
25?
doesn't matter. Don't need it. I'll still with a 1d4. Why not?
Sure, why not? We'll add on 26. So
You take that 1 extra point.
you
You're
investigate
welcome.
this hole. You're staring at it, slowly moving up to it. It's perfectly smooth. The inner lining of this hole is flawless. There's nothing that would suggest it's been mined, carved, or even bored. It's laser etched. And spiraling around the inside are runes. What languages do you speak?
Let me double check. I don't remember. I speak Common, Dwarvish, and Halfling.
This resembles Dwarvish in sense, but it's not. It's older. The whole
Can I read any of
descends into the depths, to the darkness. Nothing you can read or make out. You can roll an Arcana check, though.
I will.
Go, what do you see?
I'm not going to yell yet. I don't want to die.
21. There's something about this hole that seems magically created. There's nothing natural about this. You can't quite put a finger on it. But in the depths of the darkness, you can't see where this ends. And it slopes down at an elevation, or a kind of a D grade, right, an angle that you could walk down. But back of your mind, you believe whatever made this doesn't work.
All right, I'm gonna head back to the party. I'm gonna look.
Gonna return.
When we return, I'm like, okay, you can see me,
Hi.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we can see you.
All right. Okay, so I don't think it's a monster, a creature of some kind. Like, if you look at the walls, it's almost as if someone burrowed a hole there with a machine. It's so perfect, so symmetrical. And inside them, I see Dwarven runes. Now, I don't know what they say. It's of an older language that I don't even know about, but it's definitely Dwarvish. That's for sure.
Okay.
Old creepy dwarven runes underground near the mine.
And this was
Does it
magic was used, without doubt.
sound familiar?
It does sound familiar.
No.
The first job that we took, the dwarves that were underground that were attacking the miners.
Yeah, they could have.
They're
The
weird,
prospectors.
creepy old dwarves underground.
Hmm.
Yeah,
You made
they're like
friends with one
ancient dwarves. No,
We
we
did.
didn't. We did not.
I
We
did.
tried.
He appreciated you and
Mhm.
your wisdom. I would say to say he was a fan of us. Probably he came the closest to you.
So going down. So again, the description, Gilga, obviously you can be as enlightening as you can, but you haven't experienced obviously what they have, what they're describing to you, right? However, just to connect the 2 points as best I can, since you both obviously you weren't here for this, right? That was more crude, what the other players experienced. This is perfection.
Well,
Maybe we should just go down it.
it's not the monster that I was worried it was. So if it's human and or doing this with a consciousness, yeah, let's go. Let's go see it. I was real concerned it was a
Well,
mock or something.
we found the prospectors now, right? Like that was the job.
I mean, they're dead, and I would like to say that I called it, but
Well,
They, like-
do we know that dead for sure? I just saw claw marks being dragged away. I didn't see any. I'm not sure if I saw blood. Let me check again. I'm gonna head
screw it,
back.
let's just go.
let's just keep checking.
We're
Yeah,
safe
I'm
now.
gonna-
We're fine. Let's go.
It'll be
I'm gonna look
fine.
to see if there's any blood or anyone seems to be injured. Just blood everywhere. See just pools of it dried up.
You begin to
Yeah.
look to see for blood. There isn't any.
Yep. There isn't any.
Go ahead and make an investigation check, though, if you want to make it more intent about what happened here.
Yes, I do.
A
16.
lot of weirdos taken prisoners in
Looking
this
for
town.
blood.
All I'm
You
saying.
don't see any. Taking investigation, you begin to piece through some of the steps of what's happened here. Definitely seems whoever was resting here was caught up upon, maybe in the middle of the night, just unaware. They've been dragged, but doesn't seem like they've been wounded. There's no blood. Nail marks are still in the earth as they try to grab hold to stop themselves from being dragged.
Everyone's taking prisoners in this town. It's weird.
Maybe we should spend the night to see if they come for us.
We are not doing that. No, 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 no. I am not going to be
Fine.
blind, sleeping here, and trying to find out someone's going to drag me to my death. Okay? That
Can I
doesn't
take a
sound
look at the
fun.
runes?
Can.
Yeah, can I as well?
Sure.
I don't know what the difference in languages between the two of us is, but
Common, Druidic, Elvish, Sylvan.
I've got where is it?
Elvis.
Common, Draconic, and Elvish.
None of those language translates to this.
He looked like he was gonna say something because he was nodding.
He's just enjoying
I'm
it.
just a good
They're
DM,
futile
you know.
at
I
them.
just make you think you know, and then all of a sudden, like, no.
That's
Hey,
No, so
beautiful.
you.
I promise, this is dwarvish.
Oh,
Okay, well,
It isn't dwarvish though.
Hmm.
Like that's important to know. It's older. Like whatever dwarvish is based off of uses the same sort of structure for the letter. Does that make sense?
Got it.
Even
Got it.
though-
So it's archaic. It's like archaic. It's like the older form, archaic
Yeah.
form of.
fry.
Can I undo the glowy rock that's on my quarterstaff?
Okay.
And
Chuck
it's glowing, right?
Mhm.
I'm gonna and just like chuck it down the hole.
as you do.
All right, pass. Go ahead and tack on inspiration point. So as you throw
Awesome.
the rock down the hole, you see as it bounces, but as soon as it enters through the barrier of where the cavern transitions to the hole, the runes become lit with a purplish hue as they spiral down, following the rock.
Weird but cool. Do it again. See if it does it.
Do you know, some flowers or creatures glow bright when they're trying to attract their prey. And the prey is like, oh, that's beautiful. Let me touch it. And then they die.
Well,
That's fun.
I'm sorry I threw your friendship rock down, but I felt it was necessary.
You can still see it down there. I mean, obviously, it's not going to just roll forever. It's rough, so it's going to have friction and eventually stop. And as soon as it
I
stops,
fully imagined.
right, it follows it down and then it stops with it. Does that make sense?
So it's still hanging
Okay.
out where it is.
Yeah, you can see it glowing. You know, I know Paz
fully
isn't
imagined
very
this-
strong, so I imagine it's not very far.
Paz is a master of strength.
I'm not
I
that
fully
sure.
envision like one of those like slides at amusement parks that are like the tubes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I figured it was just gone.
That I was just gonna go down and just keep tumbling out of sight.
All
Well-
right, so ideas.
I'm out of things to throw.
Okay. Can you make something that we can put down there to see with your magic?
A light source,
Okay.
something. I mean, I could throw a torch down.
I have fairy fire, which is each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in a green, blue, or violet light of your choice. So I could shoot it down and see within 20-foot radius if any monsters are there.
All right.
I don't know if we want to get aggressive.
I mean, it's not aggressive. We're not killing anyone. It's just lights being swooshed down.
I just assume all magic is killing people.
Not all magic
Um,
kills people.
You just had a rant earlier about how much you don't like magic.
This isn't magic per se. I'm using science to produce magic-like effects.
Gotcha. What were you
No.
doing? 'Cause my internet died.
Silly
we were
goose.
just guessing on what to throw down the hole next.
I love
I
this.
also don't like
Um,
magic.
Can't you be invisible?
I still am,
Just-
yes.
Right, of course, obviously. Can you just go down there and tell us what's in the hole? Quietly?
Ooh. Alright. But, I feel you owe me. And I will... It's done to just send down this hole.
All right, so Paz, as you cross the barrier and you begin to descend, the runes glow above you, spiraling down, even on your feet as they press down, with a silverish hue.
So it's different color.
That's correct.
Can I go retrieve my rock?
Yeah. Walk down and retrieve your rock.
So the rock is glowing blue or purple?
Well, the hue for the rock was purple. The
Yeah,
rock
sorry, that's what I
obviously-
meant,
yeah,
around
yeah.
it.
Mhm.
And it's silver for Paz.
Silver for Paz.
Can I step into just the entrance of the cave?
Close
of the
red.
hole? Close red.
I
I like
in.
this. I like this word puzzle. I step forward.
You step in.
Yeah.
It glows black for you.
This is so fun. It's different. Okay. Naya, try. Naya, try it. We're in it now. Just try it.
Okay. Rupert.
Man, what's going on?
Hi.
Yeah.
This might be really dangerous. Do you want to wait outside?
I mean, danger's my middle name, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my god, you're so funny.
Maybe Rupert should go
It's not
separately.
really his middle name. That's why it's funny.
I'm a jokester. You
all
know,
right.
Rock really, I mean, you like
I
it,
know.
right? But,
We
you-
don't
Oh
understand.
my gosh.
We don't
Yeah.
understand a word you're saying.
I'm fearless.
All you
saying
hear
that.
is
I mean,
his name is Danger. That's why it's funny.
I trust you. Keep me safe. I'm pretty fearless, so that should be alright.
All right.
Nice, should
Just
you-
make sure you're okay.
Naya, should you two go separate to see if it's two different colors?
I think he wants to hang with me.
What if it messes up the colors?
Well, you know what? I'll look at Gilga and say, well, why don't you go next and see if you're a different color?
No, Gilga was
Yeah.
black,
Gilga was
and
black.
I was
Oh, I thought you were
red,
black.
and
Sorry.
Paz is silver.
Oh,
Then the stone was purple.
And I want to know your color and Rupert's color separate, if possible. If he's been
Oh.
feeling like danger and bravery.
all right, Rupert. Listen, here's the deal. They really want us to go separate. They think these glowy things here are like showing some sort of color based on, I don't know, our personality or something.
Oh,
Okay, so
all
I'll
right.
go first.
You'll go
Yeah.
first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
If anything bad happens to us, like the hole closes up, we get
Mhm.
swallowed by a monster.
Mhm.
I have a lovely life. Don't mess with the bird's nest.
Oh,
hate that.
okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, and I'll go in.
Okay. You step in. It glows green for you. And
Hmm.
these runes. Rupert begins to follow. Nothing glows for Rupert.
Bit rude.
All right, I'll
Nothing's
pick 'em up
happening
and put
like
'em
that
back
for
in there.
me.
I think it's because we're so one.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
one together. I think we're both green.
Connected like that? Oh my god.
Mhm.
It's
So,
stellar.
mm.
How deep does this hole go?
You can't see to that. You don't know.
Do we just get
Can I just keep going down?
Yeah. Keep going down. Paz.
guys? Did we just get scanned? Did our magic just get scanned?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna test out. I'm gonna try to go back up and then come in again and see if it glows again.
This is going deeper.
We believe in
Runes
you.
Begin to backtrack with you, spiraling outwards this time, Gilga. Then you return. They spiral down with you.
Are they still black?
They are still black as sheep.
Oh well, I guess I could assume that you can see. They can see the spirals going down.
Yeah,
without
we can
me
for
anyway,
sure
right?
see your
You
trail.
can
Yeah.
see Paz as it spirals
Yeah.
down.
You're less invisible because you've got an entire glowing tail.
Yeah, no, I don't feel the need to update you with where I am at.
This might be a
Um,
detection device.
I
If you
think it's
think
reading
about it.
our magic because Paz is related to the moon or something. I think.
No, that is very much off.
I don't know.
That is Naya. Naya's the moon person.
Well, oh, you're right, but Naya's also like nature. I don't know. I know I'm running on a lot of fire. That's all I got. And that
As
is
you
red.
continue.
Yes.
All right,
Oh, yeah,
Paz goes
Paz
in the
is going.
darkness. You follows Paz.
I'm following Paz into the darkness.
Everyone's following Paz into the
Follow
darkness.
Paz into the
This is a
Paz.
bad plan, but so is most of our plans.
As you travel for half an hour as you descend into the darkness, come to this.
I can't see it because I don't have internet.
Okay, I'll try to do the best I can with describing it.
Oh, do you want me to? I'll share my screen with you.
Yes, please. I think it's restarting, but
Oh wait, what? Yeah, got it. Bang.
Got it? Okay.
We'll follow Paz.
I will
into
control
the
your
dark.
token for you.
thank you.
Here, just so you know. Okay. So you come into this after half an hour. You see as really not sure what you're seeing, honestly. The moisture and cold temperatures from outside, they don't reach here. In fact, the temperature is a calm 69 degrees Fahrenheit.
Nice.
Nice.
It's very odd. You also see it, you arrive at this kind of a gray granite. The black obsidian of the bedrock has transitioned to this gray granite walling. Now, it's covered and riddled with the same runes in repetitive sequence as you've seen in the tunnel. It carries itself upon odd thermal stone floors. As you step upon it, it's warm. That is providing the temperature you're experiencing. The ceiling height is about 20 feet tall. Room, or the kind of passageway that you've now entered into, carries itself into a concaved circular room with similar walls and flooring. It's ahead of you. There appears to be a stone pillar with red crystals as it embedded into it. It reaches up to about a 40-foot ceiling height, the central point of that concave, that dome ceiling. The ceiling is smooth and of similar materials as the walls. Embedded around the pillar of these red crystals, right? So they protrude from the ground and they form a geometrical shape around the pillar. So they're very precision aligned, right, in the way that they're placed. They are of the same nature as the crystals in the cavern, but they're red. They are imbued, and so is the pillar, glowing and humming with a red light. Behind it appears to be twin purple polished crystals. They sit, these orbs, placed and sitting in these gold covered bowls that are hovering in the air, 12 feet up, and a small stream of purple lightning dances back and forth between them.
I'm gonna approach the red crystals here. I'm gonna look and I'm just looking and be like, did anyone glow red?
Oh, I did.
Can you touch the crystals over there?
Oh, that seems like a terrible idea, but maybe, honestly. Can I take a look at them first?
Sure. I'll go ahead and roll Arcana for you if you'd like.
Yes, please.
I should make that. It's a 9. I was gonna make it. I should have made it public so no one else could see it. It's a 9. So as you analyze the crystals and you see upon the pillar the same runes and the same pattern of the actual protrusion of the hole that you're there, you notice that it's a pattern of 8. So you're seeing this repetitive pattern of the same 8 symbols as they carry themselves. As you are studying it and you're looking, you can't figure out what these crystals have to do with this structure, nor can you figure out the pattern of this, what it means.
Would I have ever come across these symbols in books in the Wizard's Keep?
No. Not at your level.
All right. Well, can I do an investigate just for like the general, like, is it making sound? Does it look like they're all connected? Like we can see that one's making lightning. Do you know what I mean?
So the ones in the back are independent. These are polished purple orbs that sit in these golden
Right.
bowls, and they're kind of hovering. I mean, obviously that is something and right now, just it's just a plain observation is that it's completely separated than these red crystals that are here. That's the connection that that the 9 arcana can't seem, can't make that connection. Now the crystals themselves, they're glowing with this reddish hue, and that as well, these crystals are embedded in the pillar as they rise up to the 40-foot ceiling height, and those are glowing as well. So there's something about these crystals that not only do they resemble the crystals above that were once translucent, but now they're red and they're glowing. Now behind you, the dancing of the purple, there's no sound coming from that at all.
Okay. And there's no sound coming from the red ones?
No, there's no sound.
Okay. My heirloom isn't reacting at all, is it?
You haven't touched the crystals yet.
That's a terrible question. A response. I have an intelligence of 15, so I choose to touch the crystals.
Okay. So as you touch the crystals, you see as a reddish hue invokes upon the runes as they spiral up to the dome ceiling, and then they spiral into 8 patterns as they flow downwards to the walls, and then they stop. They go up, scatter outwards in a radius, and then down.
That's weird. I'm not dead, guys.
Do I know what that means? Like, arcana wise? Can I run an arcana check?
Yeah, you can try rolling.
Well, that sucks.
You don't come to any astute observations at the present moment, but you do kind of signify these red crystals as having some power, right? There's some power related to them. You can't understand why. What does catch your eye from the 13 Arcana check is that the same observation that you made with the kind of laser etching of the hole is resembled upon the walls themselves here.
Is my heirloom reacting now?
Heirloom in the sense of what reaction are you? You're just looking at the heirloom and seeing if it's glowing at all?
Yes.
It's not.
Sorry, we can't all get whisper voices. All right, and then so touching it has it moving.
Well, touching the crystals just causes that light effect upon the runes, right? So there's some sort of lighting effect in a way that they're responding to touch.
Can I sort of play around with taking my hand off, putting it on, pressing them like they might be buttons, that kind of thing?
Well,
Can I button mask the crystals?
Yeah, I mean, you're just touching the crystals back and forth at different positions, and it's the same effect as they go up to the walls, up. It's just this vibration effect and just repetitive.
Can I touch the crystals when Naira does?
You touch them and they succeed, or they either success or they're a decess as far as your silver hue. So it's this different colored silver, and they either are in front as if a wave, right? So your wave is either in front or behind, depending on when you touched it.
Huh.
Not
Quick, touch it.
I touch the crystals.
Touch it.
Me too. I'll touch it same time.
It's
Go,
green.
go.
So we're all touching it now.
As you touch
Go,
it,
touch it.
So you touch
Yeah,
it
I'm
at the
touching it.
exact same time.
Mm-hmm.
So you touch
Captain
it.
Planet.
Captain Planet. You touch
wanna
it
be
at
hard.
the exact same time, and instead of all the runes in the 8-pattern sequence flowing, each rune begins to alight with your colors, and then that carries through. Just of the 4 runes, the first beginning 4 in the sequence. I'm gonna state.
How many?
I'm gonna state which ones. obviously this would be easier with Varus, by the way, but so right now, so Paz, silver is first, Gilga, black is second, and then Naya, green is third, and then Naira, red is fourth.
Did Finn ever tell me anything about like the stones of his patron or whatever? I know that was kind of a thing. You ever mention
I mean,
that?
I can't really speak to that. I mean, I didn't see anything in the backstory that would note that he would say anything about them. Obviously, I don't think he even knew what they were.
Okay.
From his amnesia, so I don't even if he told you anything, I don't think it would be helpful.
Okay.
I'm not sure we're gonna be able to find anything just doing this. So why don't we try the purple machine, the lightning thing, and throw the crystal at that?
Well, it looks like the lightning thing would hurt you.
Maybe. What if we just sort of just lightly toss the crystal into that little chamber and with lightning on it and see if it reacts and maybe interact with this red thing?
I do think touching it has been thus far the most effective choice.
Can I have the glowing rock?
Yes. I will let him
What?
have my rock.
I'm gonna take the rock. I'm gonna take a deep breath. Head right over here. And I'm gonna put the crystal in front of that lightning thing.
Okay, so as you put it in front, it begins to hit it on either side. As it does, it begins to entrace upon your body as it works backwards towards you. Slight tingle and a buzz of a sensation overcomes your skin as it's touching you, feeling as if it's probing. In front of you, within the space of 10 feet behind the lightning, the wall becomes liquid.
Ew.
Whoa.
Did you melt that?
Wait, sorry, I can hear you. What's it?
Did you just melt the wall?
I think I did. With lightning?
Magic.
Well, I can't say it's not in this case. This is beautiful. And weird. But beautiful. Does anyone want to try to go through the wall? I'm sort of holding the crystal here, making it melting.
Yeah. I'll just try and just confidently as I can just walk into what I'm going to assume is a solid wall.
We're a learn by doing bunch.
So
I'm going to do it.
Yeah, so you see as Paz just walks, Paz disappears as he walks straight through the wall.
Oh my god, it's so cool! Oh my god! Ah!
Can we hear Paz as
You
once
cannot.
he goes?
I don't
Paz?
care. I'm still gonna play it up.
Paz?
Can I walk back through?
You can.
Am I covered in like liquid wall?
You are not.
Oh my god! You guys, you gotta go over there.
That was so brave.
It was fantastic. It's all of your dreams come true.
Really? I'm gonna run through there.
Yes, go.
Dreams, here I come.
I'm gonna walk back through as well.
So as Gilga leaves for a split second, the lightning connects and the wall becomes solid.
Did I just
Then-
walk straight into a
But
solid
then
wall?
as you walk, even though you're much shorter than the 12 feet of this current, as soon as you walk underneath it, it points down towards you, hits you, same sensation overcomes. The wall becomes liquid and you walk through.
I'm gonna try it.
Wait, is that blood in front of me?
I'm going to move you both a little bit forward just so we can move more people through. Naira, similar effect happens with you.
Wait, turn around. It's not your dreams come true. It's not.
No, you're not.
It's not
You're
your
up there.
dreams come true.
With Naira
Get
through,
over
and
here.
Tell
no
our
one-
story, Rupert.
with Naira through and no one in the current, the wall is completely solid.
You just run right into a solid wall.
I can't see anything unless you go through because I'm using your map.
So they just walked through. There was no stone in the way. What I saw is they just walked through.
Wall became
Yeah.
liquid.
Can I? Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna do it too.
As you lied to me. It's not our dreams come true. There's a dead body.
As you walk through, the wall becomes solid once more. Staring in front of you appears to be a body, torn in half, blood spilling outwards, its innards sucked clean. You see a backpack, prospector's backpack, leading. Supplies still in it, perfectly untouched. The walls continue with the laser etchness, and the runes themselves are continuing as well, in the same pattern as they work their way left and right and forward. The ceiling height is 20 feet. There's some strange slime upon it, a goo that's dripping in various intervals of space.
I'd like to inspect the goo.
Go ahead and make a perception.
Yeah, I was going to
check.
say.
Perception?
Yes, because it is far. It's above you at 20 feet, so you're looking with your eyes.
And I also
Okay.
inspect the goo as well.
Okay, so similar perception roll.
I'll guide myself too. Does not matter. No, I should know.
23 from Gilbert here. So 23 is you are perceiving this slime of some kind. You realize that it's dragged, and there's a almost like a linear path that's forged with it. It goes
Which
in
direction?
random directions. It seems to kind of turn sometimes. Stop, continue, stop, continue. Goes left, goes forward and right. You're not sure if they're connected or if
Like-
there's multiple.
Just snails. It's just snails, guys.
I'm going.
What kind of
I
person is
don't- I-
this? On the ground.
Appears to be a humanoid. At this distance, the skin and its flesh appears to be sucked, and that it's purple.
Gross every time you say it.
I'm going to go forward again. And I'm just gonna.
Well, that didn't come out right, did it? Well, oh well,
Yucky every time.
it's all right. Take it as it is.
Can I tell what did this?
Roll investigation. Woo! Man, that was fun. Investigation pass.
I'm not like looking for like exact creature, but just roughly based upon wounds.
15. So 15. You are investigating this body. What are you trying to figure out? I guess.
I'm trying to figure out because obviously he's missing half his body.
Of course.
I'm trying to figure out if it's like a clean slice, if it's like a bunch of like he was torn.
Mold.
Okay. Does it look like by from just one end or like both ends?
Too difficult with 15.
Okay.
Can you tell at a 15 if he got freaking gummed?
Is he like gnawed on?
He
Or
does
chewed?
appear to be not gnawed.
Sucked?
Suck. Go ahead, Paz. I want you to make a perception roll. Gilga now stepping out. Please make a perception roll.
Was he just
Yeah.
slurped? Like a snail out the shell, just slurp it.
Slurped.
Let's go. My
Gilga
rolls
23,
today.
Paz 19. Unfortunately, you both do not have dark vision. As you stare off into the darkness, you hear the sliding upon the
Ew.
ceilings,
Ew.
coming from the
Uh,
north and the east.
I'm gonna get my torch out. I'm gonna light it.
I'm going to go invisible. Because that's a thing I can still do.
I'm gonna light my torch. See if it goes up, and I can see what's on the ceiling.
All right, so you light it, and revealing themselves upon the actual ceilings are these large, grotesque, slug-like creatures that
Yeah,
are
it was slugs.
approximately. They are 20 feet. They're on the ceiling, but their girth themselves, they are
Ew.
10 feet, right, from their bellies, as they're sliding upon it. Large tentacles and insectoid-like eyes, and these guttural sorts of like mini razor-sharp teeth as they're kind of sliding and sucking themselves against, drawn to the presence. But you imagine yourselves and they continue to move. As soon as you light the torch and stare and look, they shriek. Both of them echoing through the halls. With that, we're going to roll initiative. And I will roll for
Ew.
you, Naira. I'll control you in combat. You just tell me what to do.
I think we need a drinking game for all of the times you say suck within this current dungeon crawl.
Suck.
Because
Man,
we
I
can't
didn't
do it
realize
sober anyway.
it's well D&D always is a bit drunk anyway. So all
I
right.
didn't realize how little words there are in the thesaurus for suck.
Not many.
Just a time check. It is 11:42 p.m. here.
Yeah, so we're at 7:42 p.m. So we got about 15 minutes. I mean, this combat, I'm assuming, should be over by time.
Yeah,
session.
they're yucky. We're gonna murder the heck out of them.
Well, while we're all rolling initiative, I am saying hello.
As they're saying
We're gonna
hello.
Yeah.
All right, Paz, you're up. Round 1.
These things are on the ceiling, right?
They are 10 feet. So 20 feet. The ceiling is 20 feet, but the size of them, right? The belly. So from where they're sliming and grabbing onto the ceiling, there's 10 feet there. So they're 10 feet away from you, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, so what you're saying is I can't hit them.
You cannot reach them. You specifically can't reach them. I think everyone else can.
Yeah, just like with a broom, just
Get off the ceiling, you spider! Come on!
a broom.
Alright. You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to try and do something cool if I could.
Cool.
First,
Nice.
I'm going to start a run up here. Like about here. I want a bonus action cast Hex on this one in the north that's in front of me.
Okay.
And if I'm allowed, I'd like to try to vault with my staff and try to get an unarmed attack in, or like kick myself off a wall to try and reach it to make an attack with my quarterstaff.
Okay. So I won't have you roll for that. I'll just say you get up and you're going in for a swing. I think that's fine. However, as soon as you're running, even though you are invisible, you throw Hex. What ability score, by the way?
We will go with strength.
Strength. So
Oh,
you
it's gonna be
throw
strength.
strength upon there, and you're running. This creature tracks you, even though you are invisible. As its tentacles writhe and move, you come in for a strike towards it. It is not surprised. Please roll a normal attack. I'm going to go ahead and disengage the invisibility, so it doesn't give you advantage from that effect.
So just to be clear, this thing sucks and has tentacles.
14
Say
hits.
14.
Does 6
Nice.
points of bludgeoning damage as you slap with the quarterstaff into the soft, gushy flesh.
Plus 1 point
Yeah.
necrotic.
All right.
And while I'm up there and I get that attack in, am I able to make an unarmed attack with my offhand
Why not?
while I'm up there?
It's just cool to think about that you're like swinging your body up trying to smack this thing. 18 hits. Do 7 points of
Alright.
bludgeoning damage.
So I'm gonna roll that, and I'm also gonna put a hand of harm into it. So I'm gonna
Okay.
roll D4 into D6 together.
Okay.
So that's gonna be a total of 5 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Alright, and I'm going to land underneath it and just
Okay. So go ahead and put your token where you want to be underneath it. Of the your position.
I'll probably be like right there, like right in front of it, like right at like the edge of it.
Okay. Okay. We're gonna end your turn there. Nah, you're up.
Okay, can you just quickly recap for me? Where did he go?
You
I went north.
So
You went north. Okay, down the left. Okay.
Yep, down the
got
left.
ya. Got ya. Okay. So, Sure. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna cast Entangle. Right, hold on, I'm looking for it. Entangle. I don't see it. God, Foundry. Why?
You're trying to find
I'm
the
gonna
tangle.
cast. Yeah, I don't see it over there, but I'm just gonna cast Entangle. I'm gonna do it right here on top of this guy.
Okay.
Just stay put.
All right, so
Hi.
you have to throw it on the roof, the ceiling height, right? Because of the way that
Okay.
that 10-foot works. So you kind of cast down and upwards. You see these different things kind of outstretched from the ceiling. You begin to try to trace around it. This creature breaks out of it as it continues its movement towards you.
Hmm. Cool. And then I'm gonna use my movement to go right here, just so I
Okay.
can see Paz. And that's it for me.
All right. Come to the one there. It's going to continue its climb. It's going to be difficult terrain. So it's actually going to only get there in a full movement. As it clambers through the different vine works of the difficult terrain. It gets to this point here. Begins to writhe. As it does,
Ew.
it like pulls its body and twists it for a split second. As it does, like this weird slime goo kind of falls out as it's like kind of perceiving and looking as best as it can for something. And it's actually going to end its turn there. Gilga, it's your turn.
First, I want to look at Nai and be like, "Did you seriously say hello to this thing?" And then I'm gonna go fire it off around here with my lightning launcher.
Okay.
All right. Oh, whoops! Let me select target.
14 hits. You total 9 points of lightning. That strike.
Yeah. And I'll designate this for an extra 1d8 or 1d6.
Takes an additional 4, so you shoots off into its this large, gushy, soft, fleshy bit. Just kind of goes through and chips off a bit of it. And this goo just like explodes out along the side of the wall. Continues to move.
Once I realize
So gross.
it's not dead, I'm gonna turn around here and I'm gonna see if I can go through this wall again. Start banging on it.
It's completely solid.
Come on,
my
Gilga.
It's like, whoa, shoot, and I have my turn.
Howard.
As you're kind of underneath it, it lowers its body down, allowing its backside to actually be still attached to the ceiling height, revealing how long this creature is outstretches towards you. It's going to be
crap!
now 5 feet away from you. As it does, it's going to take a tentacle strike first.
It's way worse. It's way worse than we thought.
9 is going to be a miss as you're dodging out of the way of the tentacles, whipping and thrashing, and then it opens up its large mouth, revealing, when it moves its actual lips, revealing the large circularness of its razor sharp, kind of etched teeth, just for grabbing on and sucking into its body. Goes
I'm
in
gonna
for the
get
bite.
sucked.
7 is going to be miss as well as you dodge out of the way of this creature. That's going to be the end of its turn. Come to Nyara. So Nyara, what exactly would you like to do?
Can I move next to Naya? And then
Did you want here or there?
can I actually move
Like here?
yeah, I think so. And then Burning Hands is my cantrip, right?
That is not. That is a level 1 spell.
Is fire what is my cantrip that I have?
Firebolt.
Fireball.
Firebolt. Okay. Firebolt then. Can I use Firebolt on which one was hit with lightning already?
The eastern one.
Okay. I'm going to use Firebolt on that one.
Okay.
I can't see anything that's happening. I just believe it's happening.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Doesn't like when I click spells for you. That's going to be a 9, which is going to be a miss as you throw out the firebolt. This creature's continuing to slime, kind of glances below, and then splashes into the backdrop of the ceiling. Would you like to do anything else?
Yeah. Can I move? Can I move down into the lower hallway?
Like there?
I can't see because Naya. I need the map. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yes.
There?
Like
okay.
there.
Okay. Alright, we're gonna end your turn there then, and then we'll come to Paz for round 2.
You got this, Paz.
So this thing's still like right in my face.
It's lowered itself now. It's like
Excellent.
its mouth is out towards.
Unleash the fury. Everything I can.
22 hits. You do 12 points of bludgeoning
Nice.
damage. You smashed across the head.
Ooh,
Additional 4
4
of
necrotic.
Hex.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to spend a key point, and I will now Fury of Blows him.
Nice.
Okay, that one's
9
not
is
gonna-
going to miss as you strike it. Writhes its body around, spiraling.
Eee,
16
that
hits. You do 6 points of bludgeoning damage with the second strike, and then hex damage.
one's- Additional 2.
Additional 2. The creature is still alive. As you strike in, your fist goes straight through into some gelatinous, some sort of
Ew.
fluid of it. You pull it out, almost like a plunger, as it just explodes outwards towards
Great visuals this game session, by the way.
you. You're welcome.
Just
Going in the Yelp review.
ugh.
All right, anything else, Paz?
No. No. We'll leave it at that.
All right, now you're up.
Alrighty. So I'm gonna aim my crossbow at this guy here.
Okay.
Was that the top or the right?
Looks like you're going for the top one.
Is it T that I hit?
T for target. Yep. And I think Kyle and Mercy, you both have the same color, so fine.
Oh.
I don't know. I really.
It's
okay.
totally fine.
Whatever. I'm hitting that one.
Okay.
I'm just gonna aim my crossbow at it and shoot.
Okay. So is it targeted though? You
Not
know?
I
currently.
hit T on it a whole bunch of times. I
It
don't
didn't
know.
work. Okay.
Did you hold T and then click on it?
Are you in line of sight of it?
Yeah.
That's so weird. Oh, there it is.
18 hits, and that does 9 points of piercing damage. You just kind of move forward just a little bit. You fire your short bow, taking slightly to a knee, lance right into the epicenter of where you imagine its brain to be. It falls down with a large slump as it crashes in front of Paz, near crushing. This large hulking figure begins to expand exponentially.
Ew. But dead? Dead expand?
Correct.
Gross.
Did I notice that like the goo was like hurting anyone? Has anybody?
No, it didn't seem to be acidic or anything like that.
Okay.
It's just some sort of gelatinous blood that it has.
Okay. Yeah. So I can't see the other one, so I'll just use the rest of my movement to come back here so I can see this guy.
Okay. Alright. Come to this creature. This creature is going to slide forward, moving 10 feet, dropping its head down. As it does, looks towards you, Naya, moving as you kind of fired the bow and you sidestep, and it just turns its head, writhing towards you, first coming at you with a tentacle strike.
Ew, ew, ew.
9 is going to be miss. Second strike as it does, misses the tentacles, you dodge out of the way, goes in for the bite. 17 hits. That does 7 points of piercing damage as it kind of begins to gnaw upon your shoulder, or a large kind of sucking motion, but you're able to just pull your shoulder out of it. But you do have kind of this slight, kind of almost like a ring type wound on your shoulder. That's going to be the end of that creature's turn. Gilga, you're up.
Ugh, like a leech. You're muted.
Nat 20! But you're muted! You can't celebrate in this endeavor! You're still muted!
Nat 20!
Alright. 14 points of lightning damage for the nat 20, and then are you tacking on your extra? Okay, roll it. Roll 2 of them then.
You're muted again.
You're muted again. That's 6 points.
Why am I keep getting muted?
I'm
Okay.
not sure.
Yay.
For a total of 20 points of lightning damage as it kind of writhed its mouth and grabbed, and I was able to rip out. It extended its mouth once more, and you fired the bolt directly inside of its mouth. Kind of gets hit, and you see little pores of its flesh begin to shoot out at different intervals, and this liquid begins to pour from its body. It's still alive, though.
So it sucks and swallows. Yay.
Sucks and swallows and has tentacles. Why are we here?
Earmuffs for Naira.
Wow.
Earmuffs. I cover her ears.
Thank you so much.
I learned 2 new words, by the way.
Anything else, Goga?
That'll be it.
All right. Naira?
This is so gross. I'm swinging at it with my long sword.
Okay.
Don't bite my friends. Also, Gibble, do you see what happens when you're brave?
Nat 20.
Yee, yee.
All right, so nat
You
20.
see, it bit you and I got a nat 20.
You don't want to. You want to know how much damage you did?
I do.
You did 36 points of damage, slashing and fire. That's the maximum that you can do on a critical. As you do,
That's-
you come down over top with the longsword, slashing in, cutting a massive wound. As you do, it just dispenses this blood, and then these sloshing organs just kind of come out as it falls down, thumping upon the ground itself. It begins to become engorged with air. That is the end of combat. Paz, please make a dexterity saving throw.
I just refuse.
You refuse it? You don't have to. You don't want to.
Let's just say I just dodge it.
All right, Paz, you dive 5 feet out of the way, laying prone. As you do, it explodes outwards, and large amount of bones and mass explode upwards to the left, to the right, as the air is exploded its own body. Similar effect has happened to the bottom one, however, you have more time.
Yeah, if I can, I'm going to cast Warding Wind.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
on myself. Well, I think it's on myself. I'm pretty sure that's how that works.
Warding Wind. I gotta look this up real quick. 'Cause
It is a. Well, I just
yeah,
casted it.
I think it's
I
like
did.
20 miles. Right? Whoa! When is volley
It's
effect
30
attacks you?
Yeah, it should protect. Oh, okay. Here we go. Yeah. There
It
we go.
blows around you in a 10-foot radius. So yes, it will protect everyone.
So there's just a tornado of anger that's around her.
As it does, the body slowly gets pushed and then explodes poof, as it gets blown backwards. Both these bodies, I'm going to go ahead and remove them. With that, you see the kind of different debris of them are kind of falling down and whatnot. Becomes apparent at this point as you are kind of staring and looking towards where these creatures had come from. They've actually done little nests or boreholes and these little dimples in the ceiling that they've kind of formed themselves, and they've shoved their bodies into them to nest.
Ew. Is that like nest like there are eggs there?
No, there's no eggs currently there.
Because we will burn the fuck out.
So at this
All right,
point,
well-
we are at 8 p.m. PST. Any questions so far?
Can I
How-
share with you my 2 new words that I learned?
Oh god.
I'm glad
Did
we
you
had
go to
some
the...
funny moments today.
I learned of the word suctorial
Ew.
and suctorious.
I didn't know those were words.
Just
I know.
I just felt like I was gonna help you out, find you different words for sucking, but went down a rabbit hole.
You went somewhere, Kyle, that no one else know what you go.
But I'm gonna go deny her and just respond to that question and just look at her and say, nope. I don't feel like confident. Still after
brave?
hitting that? Not
You were-
confident at all. Still want to
you-
run to that wall.
You were brave for a minute and you did really good. You see, I was brave. I just owned it. You just have to be brave. You
All
have
right.
to just be brave and go for it.
So
Maybe.
went ahead and
Hopefully.
calculated some experience as we're going through it. I went ahead and calculated 1,325 experience each for all of you.
So
Just
we
going
level
to-
up.
It's going to put you to
Yes.
level 5.
Ah!
Whoa.
I have to do it for me because I know.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
I will do it
I
for
don't
both of you.
understand.
I will do it.
Why don't they just make it like D&D Beyond? I really don't understand why not.
It's copyrighted.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
it's just
I mean,
easier. It's just
I
easier.
I agree. As a scientist, I believe intellectual property, there should not be like a reserve or rights to that. But that's just one scientist's opinion.
I'm not a scientist, but I just know this is super easy to understand. If you could just like make it a little bit like that, just change one thing, like.
Well, you should
I'm
see
pretty
this.
sure that works.
You should see the standard Foundry character sheet. It's
What?
far worse than.
It's
I
really
have.
bad.
It's really
It's
bad.
really
Yeah.
bad.
This is an upgrade.
On that terrifying note, I have to go to bed.
I will go ahead and
Alright.
close out the stream. If you're watching, thank you so much, and I will post this up on YouTube. Everyone, have a good night. Thank you. See you next week.
Thank you. Good
Well,
night.
probably not
Thank
next
you.
week because it's streaming day. We'll see.
Goodbye.
We'll see.